Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the final episode of There's Nothing Punny About America. Let's make sure everything's working here. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. All right. Yeah, so we are halfway through the modern era. And we got this far. We got 50% through the modern era last episode. We started the modern era last episode, and then we got to 50%. So we'll probably get through the other 15% today, 50% today. And so, yeah, we're gonna finish this out today. So what are we doing? I was kind of hoping to go for an economic win here, but as you can see, we were closer previously, but we've really fallen by the wayside in the modern era here. We're not too far away from the military here. Not too far, but we'll do the best we can to finish out here. It's been a bit of a bumpy ride in our first run with the Test of Time update here. But let's get it underway here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so we're fighting like a bunch of people over here. All right. Yeah, take that guy out. Let's come back to you. All right. We sunk that guy. Let's have you back up a little bit so that you don't take the brunt of the attacks. We're not at war with anybody, are we? No, we're not. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you just say Frosty there. And yeah, why don't we just send you all the way back? Because we'll probably have to send you back to port. Hey, Radical Anarchist, hello, hello. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hammer time. That's right. It is the hammer time. How you doing? Good to see you. How's your day? Let's go heal this person up. Actually, since we have to send you out that way, why don't we just send this ship out there? All right. So this is a city now. I think Philadelphia is a city. I know Pittsburgh is. New York is. All right, so let's build some stuff. Let's build a port. Let's build you something. A port, sure. Yeah, we'll put it all there. St. Louis. Tired, yeah. Had an early doctor appointment this morning, then ran a bunch of errands before work. So I was already pretty tired when I got here, trying to tough it out. Oof. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, I hear you. Should be easier now that I have some company. Nice. Well, I hope I can help you get through it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm kind of like mentally tired today. I was doing some video editing like all day. And so my brain is kind of mush. Oh yeah, we still gotta get these factories going. So yeah, and then dealing with the kids all day. I ended up not sending my kids to their summer camp today because of all the smoke and fog. Oh, how do we still have a ship of the line? You've got to go back up here and get upgraded. Because of all the smoke and the fog, I was like, maybe they shouldn't be outside all day. So I decided to keep them home today. Of course, that means I had to deal with them all day. So also kind of mentally tired from that. But now I'm back. Finishing out a Civ 7 run, always fun. All right, New York. Should we do a specialist? It doesn't look like we'll get a particularly big bonus anywhere. I guess over here. Yeah, we'll do it there. A city park. A department store. No, we need some, like, factories. So we just built a steel mill. Oh, that's right. We haven't, let's build the rail station. We haven't discovered the factory yet. Let's zoom into the map here, too. Take a look at these modern cities. Pretty cool. What's good old New York looking like? Look at this New York. Still a beautiful city, as always. Where's the little trains? Oh, there we go. Alright, so there's gonna be people, like, down here who... Like, Belgrade's just been kicking our butts, so we're... Yeah, we've got a settler down here. Let's wait till we get the land over there. Oof, yeah, probably the wise choice, yeah. But I know it's tricky juggling the wise choice, but I know it's tricky. Oh, I can't. What is... See, this is... I've been editing all day. My brain is all mush. I know it's tricky juggling working from home and watching the kiddos. Yeah, glad you made through, though. Probably streaming is relaxing and not more tiring. I know. It is a little bit. Little bit. But at the same time, it's enjoyable, so... Although so is making videos. I can't complain too much. But yeah, it's hard to make the right decision. Like, oh, hey, we're having smog from Canadian fires. The kids should stay home. But I could have the whole day without them here. They'll be okay. In the end, I opted for the smarter choice. We New York sounds smoky from the sound of it. Have they told you anything about when that's supposed to clear up? I haven't... oh, well, actually, on the local news this morning, they said that it should be gone by Sunday's World Cup final. And to be quite honest with you, it's actually looking a lot better in the later half of the day. There was a certain point, like maybe around like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, that I was like, I could have sent them today. It's looking pretty clear now. So I think the brunt of it is gone. But like the last 2 days and this morning just look particularly bad. Yeah, it's okay. Just fix it in post. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, anytime I do some bad parenting, I'm like, I'll fix it in post. Oh boy.
The sound of wings.
Really? Amelia Earhart. That's the best quote they could have got from her. I feel like there's probably a million great Amelia Earhart quotes about planes and flying. This is the one you guys went with? I'm sure she had a lot more insightful things to say about flight. Oh boy. It's almost like you love your kids or something. Nerd. I know, right? It's disgusting. Loser. I want factories. That's what I want. Yeah, I need mass production. Oh, wait. Is that what we just got? We got mass production. Okay. So we should be able to build it now. Glad it's going to clear up. That sounds like it sucks. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does. Especially now that the weekend is here. The last thing you want, as much as I want to just sit inside all weekend, every weekend, nothing sucks more. Oh, why did I move those guys there? These guys. Oh, now Belgrade is friendly. Well, who are these guys? Oh, they just became friendly. Wow. Talk about the nick of time there, because this guy was about to sink. Yeah, nothing sucks more than when your kids have to be inside all weekend. That's a rough day. All right, let's send you back over here so you can protect Cleveland. Let's send you back to Detroit. Now we're gonna have the settler go out this way. You can stay right there. Yeah, ship of the line. Let's make you a dreadnought. Heal up. I just kind of want to clear off these tiles here. It would be nice to, like... Who is this? Oh, I think he's mad at me. I'd like to open up the map there. Wait, who is it? Yeah, the Persian Empire. Where's that guy? Oh, wait, I didn't see there's another button here. Oh, there we go. Why you gotta be hostile with me? What did I do? What did I do? How apropos, though, right? It's like the game almost knows what's going on in the world right now. All right. Who are we command? Oh, yeah. So... Yeah, let's go down here. And then you go back up there. You stay right on that spot. The dreadnought. And you just stay right there. Can we buy some factories now? Oh man, wait, I'm building a railroad. Oh man, I forgot. Where am I building it? Oh, I didn't realize I was building a Statue of Liberty. Wait, a rail station. Don't I have a steel mill here? I need to build it in the same place as the steel mill. Yeah, I do have one. Damn. Okay. No. Oh, am I stuck in that spot now? Where is it? Where is it? How... Is there an easy way to find out where I put this? No, that's Washington, D.C.'s. Philadelphia's rail yard, yeah. No, I don't want to build it there. Is it really just stuck there? That's crazy. How do I destroy it? I wonder if I probably... Okay, what's in there with it? A grocer. What spot was that? Like, can I build over it? God, why can't I? It sure is hard to find where stuff is. Silver. Oh, here it is. Am I really stuck to a spot after I start building? I haven't actually done something like this yet. I'm gonna look this up real quick. I'm gonna look this up. Civ 7, how do I destroy a building? Instead, removing a building can only be done through specific mechanics. Wow. So you can't. I mean, there are ways that buildings can be destroyed. When planning your layouts, as certain types of infrastructure are designated as ageless or permanent. Nuclear weapons. And so, okay. So I can get rid of the rail yard if I nuke Philadelphia. Great. Good to know. Wow, wow. I've never known this about the game, because I've never, like, messed up on building like this. Okay, well, damn. Well, then let's finish the rail station, I guess. Oh, but the whole point of all that was to look for... build a factory. Alright, now you stay frosty there. Let's see what's going on over here.
In the Enlightenment, what does not add up in numbers becomes illusion.
Okay. +1 war support on all wars, or +2 if joining a war with an ally. +25% towards training military units when fighting a war which your war support is higher than your opponent. Okay. I think we're good on everything. Yeah, we're good. Let's see. The social question. No, let's get natural history. Alright. Now, I want to purchase... Yeah. Whoa. You need 6,200 to buy a factory. Alright, never mind then. Alright, so now you just stay in the city there. Alright, Pittsburgh. Oh, repair a mine. Yeah, let's repair the mine. Yeah, it keeps having me come back here, but I can't assign any of that stuff yet. Alright. Build the city. Boston! What if I was from Boston and this whole time I've been waiting for Boston to pop up? 54% through the final age. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any resources to assign to it. Alright, and you stay there. Oh, man, I should have assigned Boston to this side, since Detroit is on this side of the island. That probably would have been a smarter thing to do. Oh well. Ooh, celebration time. Yeah, let's get that science. All right, all right. Okay, we got another slot. Plus 25% gold and happiness towards maintaining buildings. Well, that's not bad. Hey, Jabba, what's up, my friend? What's up? Last one, huh? Yep. How we doing? We're doing okay. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get any of the victory conditions, but we're certainly pushing for it. Yeah, living standards. Let's do that. We're kind of... Oh, well, okay, we jumped up in military. We were at 5 at the start of the episode. I guess if we really went, you know, America, oh yeah, we could push for the military victory. That's the only one we really have a shot at. So to win a military victory, you must have enough dominion to dominate the other players. These points are earned by controlling settlements, with extra points for those settlements if they are original capitals, conquered, or in distant lands. So we'd have to, like, start conquering, I feel like, which... You know, it would be... Oh, wait, Pittsburgh, hold on. Let's build, let's get a factory going here. I build over the bazaar, the temple. Yeah, let's build... Oh, well... I'll get 3 additional... Yeah, let's build it there. It would be very fitting, the way this episode has gone, if I just, like, went after Great Britain. Since all I wanted was Ada Lovelace to like me, and she hated me this whole series. We could try conquering her, just to see if we can make a push for the military victory here. But, you know, I mean... Yeah, like, what's her military strength? Yeah, it doesn't really tell you. I feel like in Civ 6 it did. And I'm too much of a pacifist to do it. I hate going to war in strategy games. Maybe that's why I don't play a lot of Hearts of Iron 4. I'm like, do I really have to fight World War II in this game? Can't I just build factories? Just for the love of the game? DC completed a cannery. It's got a factory going here. Yeah, let's build it over the guild hall. Indiscriminately conquering territory. America would never. I know, right? Send a fully armed battalion to remind her of your love. Well played. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Oh, my God. 10 points to you, my friend. I'm going to send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. What a great song that is. Is it bad that sometimes I feel like King George steals the show in Hamilton? Is that bad? Because he kind of does. All right. What are we doing here? Oh, town growth. Town growth. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, let's get one there. Let's see. I don't know. I'm considering it. Do we do? There's a couple. There's a couple settlements of theirs that are pissing me off, like Bristol, Newcastle. Didn't they do it over here? Oh yeah, Liverpool, but Liverpool belongs to them. Sunderland. You know what? I'll only capture the city. I'll only capture the cities that have good soccer teams. So I'll leave you Bolton. I'll leave you Sunderland. Actually, Sunderland's a lot better now. I'll leave you Portsmouth. I'll leave you Bradford. Oldham for sure. Bristol. Oh. Yeah, well, I'll leave you Bristol. Not Newcastle. Not anymore. So actually, it's not that many I would take. I'll just take... London, that gets me like 10 clubs right there. Leeds, Manchester, and Newcastle. That's all I'll take from you. Yeah, I get it. He absolutely nailed that role. He's also the villain in Matrix 4. Yeah, he is a great villain. He really does. I would not have pictured him as a villain. But he did pull it off. I think he did the best he could with... I guess not to give any spoilers on stream to anybody who hasn't seen Matrix 4 as to who he is. But I think he did really well considering what he was taking on.
Modern mass production requires the standardization of commodities, so the social process requires standardization of man.
Which is funny because in every interview I've seen, he looks super nice. Yeah, right, exactly. He just seems like a jolly musical theater guy. And so, yeah, boy, did he really nail that role. Emissaries from Belgrade have arrived bearing a generous gift, a demonstration of friendship with the American people. Well, it's about time, you guys. You certainly gave us a lot of troubles. Well, let's finally take that little bit up there. Working all the land. Industrialization 2. All right. All right, we got a lot of money. Oh, I forgot we already have Sheffield. Let's get them a grocer. Let's get you a rail station. What do we have here? A temple. Oh. We don't have enough money for any of it? Oh, man. Okay, a stonecutter and a sawmill. Good, there we go. And then we can grow here. An expedition base. Wow, wow. Okay. But yeah, it's not the best thing for us. Yeah, let's get this this thing down here. I had to put in an extra hour today. I hope they won't make an issue. Wait, why do you mean you had to put in an extra hour of work? Why would they take issue with that? Isn't that generous of you? Oh man, I forgot Rail Baron have 12 rail stations. We gotta start building these rail stations. And the trade routes, I keep forgetting. Can we purchase? No, because they do have to give me the hour. Oh, I see. So you worked an extra hour. They have to pay you an extra hour. And are they going to be all pissy? They better not be pissy about it. If they are pissy about it, you tell them your agent, Dr. Hamcuts 13 Esquire, would like to have a word with them. Direct all inquiries to my attorney. And it's a night, so it counts more. Ooh, okay. Well, just be like, look, there was work to do. You can't blame me for being diligent. Be like, if you want me to be lazy, just tell me to be lazy. I'm just being diligent. And if you have any issues with it, I direct you to my attorney. Sure, I'll make sure to do that. How funny would it be if I get this international call? Somebody with a Dutch accent. I'm calling on behalf of your client. If I heard that, I'm calling on behalf of your client, I would immediately shift into character. And be like, yes, thank you. I've been expecting your call. Explain this situation to me. Yeah, we have temps at the fair. One was lost and nobody was calling me back. Oh no. Yeah, like you were just picking up the slack. What? Can't be mad at that. Be like, don't be mad at me because I'm so good at my job that I can fix everybody else's mistakes, you know? Maybe not villain per se, foil maybe. Not entirely sure what that term means. Yeah. But now that I think about it, both of the adversarial characters had similar vibes. Yeah. I mean, I think it's, God. Yeah, I was about to say an antagonist, but there's only really one antagonist. Yeah, I think foil is the right term for it, really. That is a good question, though. What do you call that? Hey, DeWolfie, what's up? Haha, what an entrance. Speaking of antagonists, here's me. You gotta do like the Jude Bellingham celebration when you do that. Speaking of antagonists, here's me. Although Jude Bellingham's not an antagonist. But the celly works for it. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. So I had to figure it out and guide him to his workplace. And one of the workers was chatting up some girls instead of calling me back. Oh, I want to go home, people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I run the fair. That's me. Yeah, you're speaking to Mr. Mike Fair. It's named after me, actually. Yeah, it is cool. I can get you anywhere you want in this fair. Like, dude, answer your phone. Oh, sorry, that's just one of my underlings. Sorry, boss. Etc. Okay, good. So you continue to automate that. I love that. Definitely pretended to be former bosses for references for friends. Yeah, right? I have a friend she's an actor, and her and I have worked together on a lot of projects. She has like a character that she pretends as my agent. I've never actually. Oh no! Cultural victory in 5 turns for Harriet Tubman. Erdern. To win a cultural victory, you must have significantly more tourism than all other players. Tourism is earned by constructing wonders and unique buildings or unique improvements, having natural wonders within your borders, displaying great works, and having celebrations. Erg. Uh-oh. I'm doing all right. Seem to be pulling an all-nighter. Oh, no, no, no. That sucks. So you're, like, still on the road? Is that it? Tell me about it. And the girls were like, he doesn't have time for friends. He is talking. I was like, he better make time. I'm his supervisor. Oh, what a Chad. What a damn Chad that guy is. Oh my god. Like... And what's funny is, like... In all honesty, were any of those girls even interested in the guy? Probably not. Probably not. So all he did was just ruin everybody's day. Ruined your day. Ruined those poor women's day. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to stop Harriet Tubman doing anything here. I'm sorry, Jabba. That is annoying. That's, like, super annoying. No, it's past 3 in the morning. Oh, so I got kind of too late. Oh, so it's kind of too late to go to bed. I see, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, tomorrow's the weekend. Do you have to, like, drive on the weekend, or do you actually get that time to yourself? No, they just wanted to get help later on. So it was a small investment on their part.
Plant, and I arose the animal.
Oh, God.
I died from the animal, and I became the man.
Did he also ruin Christmas? Oh, man. It's just so sad. I'm on vacation, so no worries. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. You're on your vacation now. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, yeah, then pulling an all-nighter. Well, that actually makes even more sense to be pulling an all-nighter. Oh, so now I'm happy for you. I thought you were having like a rough day at work. Oh, man, did I mess it up here too? Like... Wait. Why can't I build here? Oh, damn. Only me, it seems. Ah, God. I just wonder about, like, I never get people like that. I don't understand people who aren't conscious of when they're being rude to someone else. Like, when they're just totally oblivious to it. I feel like I'm overly, like overly sensitive to that. I just do not understand people that don't get that they're making things difficult on someone else. Although I say that, maybe there's like a whole team of people out in the world. They're like, man, that ham cuts. He's so self-centered and oblivious. So maybe, I don't know. Let's get public infrastructure. Wait, is Harriet Tubman not part of your civ? No. She's a separate ruler. She's part of Egypt. Like, her path can be towards becoming the leader of America in the Third Age, or the leader of America from the beginning. But if you take America for yourself, she can still spawn as like other civs, which I know is kind of silly, right? Oh, we got excess stuff here. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, right? But because Harriet Tubman's about to win this. Oh, look, look. Look who's finally neutral on me. It only took the last 2 turns of the game here. Funniest thing, if I ever felt too tired to drive, I could just tell them, nah, and they just have to deal with it. Drivers got their vetoes. That's cool. That's good. I feel like drivers in America don't have that. I can't, you know, I don't know for sure, but I also would bet money they don't. That's awesome that you get to do that. And you absolutely should be able to, because that's like safer for everybody. Oh man. I didn't realize 45 minutes into the stream we were going to get to this. I thought this was going to take the whole episode. I know, damn, R.I.P.
The grand experiment that was America had failed.
Oh.
There were questions that still needed answering.
Too soon. Too soon. You know, some people really like the attention, though. Yeah. So there's no right or wrong on that one. Those girls wanted to go out and get poop-faced, and then they come back and get helped to get their bikes back. Well, accurate. I know, right? Oh, man. Well, that puts a wrench in tonight's episode. I thought this was going to take, like, the full... I thought we were going the full 90. Indeed, the truck and everything on it is my responsibility, so therefore I get to veto, as it should be. Yes, as it should be. That's awesome. I'm glad you get to do that. Well, my friends, I think we might need to switch the game for the night. More Mars surviving. That's kind of what I was just thinking. Should we go back to continue where we left off with surviving Mars from last night? Damn, I can't believe we lost so early. Harriet Tubman kind of owned this one. She's also on the verge of the economic win and the military. Yes, let's go back to Mars. Wow. All right. Well, there is the conclusion. Damn, we completed 2 series this week. We completed There's Nothing Punny About America. All right. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? Let me... All right, here's what we'll do. We're coming up to an ad break in like 12 minutes. So I'm gonna, we're gonna take what we would do at the hour mark, the 90-second break. We'll do that now. And during the ad break, I'll go load up some Surviving Mars so that this way we get that done and we don't have to do it in 12 minutes. So 90 seconds and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. All right, so let me get the game up here. All right, there we go. So, while I load the game up, let me change the game categories and stuff here. Oh, damn. This whole time I've been streaming under the EU5 category. Oh, man. I am really off of it today. We're gonna, you know, we're gonna name this stream Surviving Bruno Mars. Let's change it on YouTube. Surviving the Bruno Mars. Surviving Mars relaunch. There we go. All right, and we're back, and we're back. All right, here's where we left off yesterday. Well, actually, we get like a good amount of time now tonight with it. All right, so
a building has stopped working.
storage space full. Okay, build a new sensor tower. Yeah, sure, we can do that. It's always good to have some additional sensor towers. So we don't have the founder phase going. Oh, but we don't have a rocket back home yet. We have one en route, and then we have these here. Oh, no destination set. Oh, okay. Let's get these loaded into here. Oh, at full capacity. Okay. Well then, let's load up the drone thing here. You know, then we really do need to research drone swarm. And then we need to add something else. This is probably the better thing to get. Let's do that. All right. I don't know. Should we start next week? Start a like full series of surviving Mars? I was thinking about it. I'm thinking I might take a break from EU5 for a couple weeks. Leading America into being a failed state, then escaping to Mars. Oh my god, yeah. Looks like we're going with the Elon Musk strategy tonight. Oh my god, you're so right. I didn't even think of that. I feel dirty. I feel dirty. I went the Elon Musk route. Ooh. Actually, I can tell you what we need right now. We need like a ton more solar panels. Actually, hold on. I don't think we do, actually. Yeah, we're getting a bunch there. So we get a 10% elevation boost here, not so bad. Yeah, that would be good replacement for EU5, so you can take a break. Yeah. And, you know, I've been wanting to play this new version of this game. I think
Session open.
I think we might do a few weeks of a run here. Kind of sad we went from a celebrated figure to a well-hated one. Yeah. Wait. Which figure? Ouch, what a blow under the belt. I guess the Spider-Man quotes. Oh, Elon Musk. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, kind of. Yeah, he went from a celebrated. Yeah, I know, right? I think the problem is, like, if he never got involved. See, the thing is, when you start getting involved in politics, you start directly impacting people's lives. And so everybody starts paying attention to you more. If he hadn't started getting so directly involved in people's lives like that, yeah, he would have just been flying under the radar. Although being the richest person in the world, too, kind of does that. The production of extractors is increased. Oh, yeah, we do want this. Ooh, nobody wants this, though. Unlocks the setting of birth restrictions. Oh, additional positive effects from sensor towers. Nobody wants that, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, I really do want this. So let's negotiate it. The factions can be persuaded to change their vote, but they will want something in return. If a promise was made to a faction and it was not completed, there will be a significant loss of approval from the faction. You can negotiate multiple times with different factions to change the vote. The promises are considered accepted when the vote actually happens. Build a research lab. We need a research lab, so let's do that. Actually, why don't we do this too? A 2-for-1. Build a new sensor tower. We're gonna do that. We can't negotiate anymore, though. It looks like the heavy mining law will not pass in this vote. There's always a chance that factions with high approval may vote for it and upturn the vote, but realistically, there's very little chance of a positive outcome from this. Hold the vote anyway. Factions that like this law will appreciate this. Okay.
Vote failed.
Voted for because they like the law. Voted against because it... Okay.
New faction opportunity.
My bad, couldn't resist. How long do runs in this game usually last? Well, see, that's the thing is that this really is like a sandbox game, and I don't know if there is like a clear-cut ending. I think you just go until you're done. Actually, you know, I've never reached the end of a Surviving Mars game, and I've been playing this game forever. Is there an end to a Surviving Mars run? Yeah, Surviving Mars does not have a definitive you win screen or a forced ending. Players generally define their own conclusions, as the game can continue indefinitely in a sandbox mode until you decide to stop or hit a failure state, such as all your colonists dying. Yeah, there's no end to the game. It'll just go forever. So we will just have to call an end to it at some point. He could have kept himself to Tesla and SpaceX, and he could still be seen as the in real life Tony Stark. I know, right? And he even like had that cameo in Iron Man 2. Like that could have been who he was if he didn't like decide to like go start laying like large factions of people off from work and stuff like that. But then, you know, what do we all expect from somebody who's the child of apartheid, you know? Have you ever played Red Faction Guerrilla? Man, I played Oh man, I played a Red Faction game a long time ago, I feel like. And it's one of those things where, like, I don't remember anything about the game, but I remember liking it. So, oh, you know what? Since it's, let's try one of the other... One of the other radio stations. I don't know if I can deal with that.
I'm Edward O'Martian, and you're listening to...
No, I don't want to hear people talk. I can't tell you if this is going to be okay. All right, we'll go with this for a moment. We'll see. I kind of feel like I'm going to get annoyed by this, but we'll see. All right, we want to close these things. All right, no, I can't. I can't. Well, when you're done, you're done. Yeah, but the DLC do add a lot of time. Yeah, that's true. It adds a lot more to the game. Yeah, love me some open-ended sandbox games. Yeah. No, I feel like I need to work out to this. All right, we'll go with this for a moment. We'll see. So these Stirling generators are interesting, right? In that, oh no, I don't want. Who made this music? I don't want lyrics, but this is I've never scanned through all these radio stations. Okay, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, but if he hadn't shown his true colors, well, that would all still be there under the surface. Yeah. Better for the bad guys to be out in the open about it so you know who they are. Exactly. I do fully believe that as well. I do fully believe that as well. I'm glad he got too cocky. Because now we know. Now we know who you are. So these Stirling generators are interesting in that, so like everything in the game has a maintenance cost, right? But these Stirling generators, if you keep them closed, they have no maintenance. This bar will never go up. So you just get like a free indefinite 10 power production. But if you open the generator, you'll get 10 more power, but then the maintenance starts going up. The subsurface anomaly yielded a trove of new scientific data. Choose one breakthrough technology. Oh, cloning. Cloning vats that create clones over time. Clones age twice as fast. You know, this game sometimes can kind of be like Victoria 3, where your most valuable resource are pops. So being able to create people like clones might be worth it. Instant and free pipe creation. Pipes don't suffer from... Oh! No, this. Superior pipes is such a great thing to have in this game. Pipes don't suffer from leaks. So, like, during dust storms and stuff, and we get instant and free ones. Double the chance that a colonist will have or gain a rare trait. No. Superior pipes.
Discovered. Milestone completed.
Did another 9 miles today, too. I might really lose a lot of weight. Wow. Congratulations, my friend. I'm happy for you. I mean, it's a lot of work, but yeah, you're getting yourself into shape while being at work. Nice. Congrats, man. Congrats. Outer Signal. What is up, my friend? Obnoxious pop vocals. Hamcuts is the ruler of Mars. He's gonna take us far beyond the stars. Ah, nice. Hey, good to see you, my friend. It's been some time. How you doing? How are you? Salam, brother. I've missed you. Hope you and yours are well. Yes. Doing very well. How are you? All right. I don't like this one. We're going back to just the Just the surviving Mars stuff. Too much. When Paradox makes a unified music library for all their games so you can listen to the EU5 track while strip mining Mars. I know, right? Yeah, what if I could play like the Victoria 3 soundtrack? You know, like all that Queen Victoria music while we're sitting here on Mars. True, true. His colors are shown indeed. Yeah. No, I'm kind of with Radical Anarchist there. Like I would rather know who these people actually are. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Donald Trump, right? Like, I don't know how well known Donald Trump was as a celebrity to the rest of the world, like before the whole running for president and everything thing, but like he was a New Yorker, and so like I grew up in New Jersey. Like I feel like I've known about the guy my entire life. Yeah, we're gonna do superior pipes, and then we'll go for that thing. Actually, no, you know, we probably need to go for this sooner rather than later. Now that I think about it, we need more food. But yeah, I never knew who he actually was until he started running for president. And so in the end, like, yeah, I'm glad I know. I was always kind of like indifferent to the guy. He was just like kind of a goofy celebrity. All right, on my end, been very busy lately. Oh, I hear you, right? It's a sign of the time, right? Oh, nice. Okay, our sponsor research increased. So we get, our sponsor research is just like the base amount of research that we get. Eventually, so we could outsource it and we could pay money to get a little bit of a boost. But then when we start building research buildings, we get additional ones. And then if we get any genius level colonists, we'll get some. But so we get 100 extra base research now. RFG is great. It's a third-person shooter. Yes, that's right. With a fully destructible environment and physics engine. Wow, one of the best games from an insurgent perspective. Feels pretty on the nose nowadays. Oh, man. You know, I wonder if they got some old ones on the PlayStation Network I can load up. It would be nice to go back to that one.
Anomaly found. Sector scan.
All right, so let's send our little guy out there. He was known, like, shows up here and there, very much a B-rank celebrity. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what he was here, too. I mean, he was kind of a celebrity for being a real estate person, because he had his name on things, right? And then he had that TV show, but even, like, the reason why I had that TV show is because he was kind of like a celebrity personality by that point. But yeah, never knew, like, who he really was, because oddly enough, I feel like he wasn't that involved in politics before, like, 2000.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
Yeah, it says that, but we're kind of okay. I suppose we should get another power accumulator. The thing about these power accumulators are they take one polymer as maintenance, and, you know, the polymers are, you know, they're not free.
New special project available.
But we'll put one right there. Oh, special project available. Nice, nice. Oh, yeah. So we can get $2 million, but that's a lot of resources. Capture meteors. I forget the... Oh, that's right. Yeah, we can get some meteors to fall. So if you need like more resources, you can cause like meteors to fall. They won't necessarily fall in your area. They could like fall all the way over here, but they cause if you're really low on like resources, especially like metals, yeah, like we can go and collect metals. We can have meteors fall to provide more. And then, yeah, we can get like 400 additional research. But this is a lot of stuff. It's cool, you know, once you start terraforming the planet, you start to see the planet look different in this view. Alright. But we gotta get another rocket back to Earth. I'm surprised we haven't got... There's a tech that you usually uncover early on that cuts down the cost of fuel. I'm surprised it's taking this long to get it. Another fantastic pun title, by the way. Thank you, thank you. This one, so we were playing Civ 7 before, and the run ended. I thought this was going to be the last episode, but I thought it was going to take the whole stream tonight. Instead, it only took like 45 minutes. So the pun for tonight's title was just kind of on the spot. But we are picking up a run of Surviving Mars we started last night after I peacefully rage quit EU5. I have the original and remastered version on Steam. I found it works better on PC. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, see, I was thinking if I could get it on the PlayStation Network, like, for free, just to load it up and try it. I wonder, you know, maybe I could do, like, a month of the Xbox PC Game Pass. It's probably on there. Now, I'm not sending these guys out to go collect metals because we have a lot, and, you know, we have our one guy going in there. Ah, nice. Okay, we got a rocket there. So how much... So we could get 12 more people out here. We should open the medical post up at night. We should get a full shift for the metal here. So we need 3 geologists. We need 2 more at the diner. 1 more here. That's 3. So that's 6. So that's half. Oh, didn't I say... Yeah, I built a research lab. That's right. And then 3 per work shift. Yeah, that's probably... This Mega Mall thing is nice to have, but... It takes up a whole block in here. So we don't necessarily want to do that. Well, okay, so we need the research post. I said I would build that, so we'll do that right here. Build us that. We do need a school. And then, actually, I think that's good, because what I can do with this is build another apartment complex. I want to be able to build a polymer factory. And the polymer factory's outside. Eventually, we'll be able to put food outside, too. Now, the thing about people whose jobs are outside, they don't gain a lot of I think it's comfort, is it? They lose comfort by working outside. Right? Oh, it's sanity. Oh, damn. Hold on, hold on. I forgot. We can build the sanatorium. What's the Earth Embassy? This is new. Generates funding or other rewards if the diplomacy laws are enacted. The period at which the rewards are given depends on the building performance. Oh, an Earth Embassy. Yeah, but we really want this. But we build that in the center there. Megastore, colony barely started and you're already trying to get Starbucks in. Yeah, so because our... sometimes your mission sponsor gives you special buildings. And so because our mission sponsor is the United States, we have access to the Mega Mall. That's a USA specific thing. But we're not going to build that yet. So we can connect domes with a tunnel. There's a second dome I'm saving space to build over here. The idea I have is we'll eventually expand a dome out here, connect it that way, and then that dome can be connected to a dome over here that hopefully is in range of this and this metals deposit. Oh yeah, okay, so how many people do we need? I think that's it. So we'll need 6 researchers, 3 geologists, and then 3 non-specialties. So let's get them going. Youth and adults. Yeah, we don't want to do the no specialty yet. Let's see all the people who have no flaws. Yeah, let's oh wait, one of the people was going to be a medic though. Yeah, so maybe you know what we should do, actually? I have the bar open in the morning and the afternoon shift. I should have it closed in the morning shift and have it open in the afternoon and the night shift. Okay, okay, okay. So, geologist. Okay, who do we got? Any Utes? Any Utes? No. Religious, religious, party animal composed. Fit workaholic. So we want you. We want you. And we'll take Litzy Jenkins because it sounds like Leroy Jenkins. We want... We want 1 medic. Sexy and Homer Presley, sexy and a workaholic. Oh, yeah. Jenkins is always a good choice. That's right. Litzy Jenkins. I hope she says that as she's taking the elevator down into the mine shaft. This is cool. I get to see him be the anti-Elon. Oh, I am always an anti-Elon. I think I'm too much an anti-Elon. Me and the family were walking down the street one day, and a Cybertruck passed, and my son, who's 6, goes, "Oh, Dada, a Cybertruck. We don't like those." I was like, oh man, have I been ranting and raving too much? All right, we need like 6 scientists here. So we have 2 who are Utes. So that's 2. Now what else do we got? Oh yeah, survivor, workaholic, and nerd. Oh, celebrity. So these are kind of nice. Having a celebrity generates funding when at high comfort. A vegan. So The vegans generally it doesn't matter, but if you can't have any type of ranch building. Ranches are kind of nice because you can put them outside and they generate a lot of food, but the vegans don't like it. Headcanon, Litzy Jenkins. better write in to her contract. I know, right? You've brought him up so well. Yeah. I don't know, it sounds like you're raising him the right to me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Oh, God. It's true, though. I mean, we don't like those. All right, let's do that. So how many of them do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Kennedy Anderson, sure. All right. And then we just need 2 non-specialty. Nope, okay. Hippie, gamer. Party animal, hippie, survivor, composed. That's kind of good. Rugged. Survivor enthusiast. Yes, we'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that. All right, there we go. There's our second round of people. So build a school because hopefully, like when people are at high... Oh, damn. Okay, so this is new in the relaunch thing. In the original Surviving Mars, you could just limit births and stuff. I was wondering what the whole... in the council thing, it was talking about something about births. So I guess we need to pass a law in order to do that. So you generally want to limit births to... So you could say births are allowed, births are not allowed, and then births are allowed when there's space in here. When people are at high comfort, they start having kids, which is good, because then you don't need to bring people from Earth. But sometimes you can get to a point where you're doing too well, you have a lot of comfort, people are having kids, and, you know, there's only so much space in a dome, and so you start running out of housing space for people. So you generally want to keep this on... births are allowed when there's space in the dome. But that's interesting. I can see why they did that. You can't limit this unless you get that law passed. Now we want to diversify our electric grid here. So when you get hit by a dust storm, the solar panels don't work, and so you just have whatever is stored up. But windmills have increased productivity in a dust storm because of the extra wind. So you don't want to go all solar panels. But you don't want to go all wind turbines because they use a machine part, which is one of the advanced resources, whereas solar panels just need a regular old piece of metal. So you can lower your maintenance costs or your maintenance complexity. But that being said, we do want another... How much do we have here? Yeah, let's build another one of these. It's a dumpster fire on wheels, sometimes literally. I know, right? It's just like... And it's just so funny, that's the one that he personally designed, Mr. I'm an Engineer. I was watching a video on it too, where he keeps bragging about how it's indestructible, and it's just so funny because there's an engineer who made this video, and they're like, this shows he's not an engineer. A car isn't supposed to be indestructible. And I'd never known this about a car, but when a car is in a crash and you see like the body kind of crumble, the body is supposed to crumble because that means the car is taking the force from the impact. And he said if the car has an impact and it doesn't crumble, the car passes the force of that impact onto the people in the car. So when they're showing like this, you know, this Cybertruck and it is in a crash test and it doesn't move, he's like, that means the car is more deadly for people. And he doesn't know that. Or at least, and I'm sure there are actual engineers at Tesla telling him that, and he's just not listening to them. Also, usually Mars-born kids are much better. Yeah, that's true.
Faction promise kept. Faction promise kept.
Nice. Yeah, they usually have like better abilities and stuff like that. Better character traits. What happens when you're overpopulated? So people start losing like comfort really fast. If people start losing morale or comfort or like they're starving or things like that, they become renegades. And then for one, they stop working. So you can really start to have your whole colony kind of, it's like a domino effect. As you start losing workers, you start losing the ability for the buildings you need to keep the colony going, working. And then they can like destroy other buildings and stuff like that. So people's like morale and comfort and like keeping their basic needs taken care of becomes very important in this game. So like this person's health is good. Sanity is a good one. Our commander profile is a psychologist or psychiatrist, whichever one they call it. So we get this special one where they get psychoanalyzed. So we get like a boost to sanity because of our commander profile. Then their comfort, morale, and then these are just the basic traits they have. Same with motorcycle helmets. They're meant to break in a crash. Yeah, because that means all the force your head would have received went into breaking the helmet. Yeah, exactly. Car seats are child seats in a car are like that too. I learned this like after I had to start buying car seats. And they were like, if you ever get into an accident, your car seat is expired. You got to throw it out. And I'm like, but what if it's not hurt at all? They're like, it is a little bit because it's meant to absorb impact. So now that it's absorbed impact, you don't want to use it again, even if it doesn't look like anything's happened to it. Yep, dissipates energy. Yeah, exactly. Also, it's a great example of why libertarianism can be dangerous. Like, maybe safety regs are good, actually. Ooh. Don't get me started on libertarianism. I know this is a tricky subject because there's a lot of people on all sides of the political spectrum who can be libertarian, but...
Meteor shower approaching.
I will say, generally, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the ideology. Not to, I guess, throw shade on anybody who is, but I'm not a big fan. I forgot we got these seeds. We need to be... Oh, what is this? Oh, this is new. This is very new. Politics buildings. Okay, we're going to look at that in a minute. We do need to build a forestation plant. So we want to build it here. We want the dome within it. Because the people in the dome will like seeing greenery around them. But we also want enough open space that eventually we can build like open air farms once we get enough going around. Actually, this is like a perfect placement right here. So we'll put it right there. Get out of the way. Damn, it all unravels. Yeah, yeah.
Anomaly found.
It happens sometimes in this game. I've had that happen, especially when I first started playing the game. I had these like perfect colonies here. Actually, okay, here is one of the hardest things about this game. You'll have a good colony going with maybe 2 domes, right? Everything's going okay, and then you're like, I want to build more, and you expand too quickly. The thing that you got to keep in mind in this game is every little thing you build is going to take some resource as a maintenance cost. So the more you build, the more maintenance you need, meaning like the more resources you need to make. And it's just like an exponential thing in this game. So like the dome itself needs concrete as maintenance. It also has all of these requirements. And I find that to be my hardest part sometimes, is like I want to expand and build more and more and more because I have the resources to build it, but I shouldn't, because I can't keep up with the increased demand in goods. A new email pops up on your screen holding the final 3 applications from the training program. It looks like somebody has been keeping the best for last. The final 3 applications are very impressive. Too bad you had to narrow the list down to 1. All right. So we can get a genius applicant. So the genius, just by them being in the colony, will get additional research. We get a saint. So saints are, by them being in the colony, people gain like morale, I think it is. I forget it's morale or comfort. And then the celebrity one, they gain funding. I think we want the genius applicant. We do need to bring them to the colony, so they're available on Earth. But yeah, you have to keep moving, but not too fast. Yeah, I find that to be one of, at least for me, is one of the hardest parts of the game. Like holding back when you have the resources to build stuff, but keeping in mind you have maintenance costs. Oh, geez, I forgot. Yeah, I had ordered all those moisture vaporators. So these are buildings that generate water. Now this ring that's around it, you want to make sure you don't have another moisture vaporator within that radius, so you have to space them out. So I want to put one here. The thing is, eventually I want to put a dome and then expand out that way, so I might actually want the moisture vaporator more like right here. Well, it's disappointing if you know the history of it. Libertarianism started as a leftist ideology, yeah, related to anarchism. The American form was perverted, yeah, as a hyper-individualistic ideology, and that's the part of it that I just do not subscribe to, and that kind of ruins it. Goes to the conversation we were having yesterday about balancing individuals and the collective. It can work within that balance, but when you focus on the individual above all else, yeah, it falls prey to a lot of the same problems that others in it, like, that do. Yeah, similar to faux populism. Exactly. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I don't know the full history of it, but I remember, like, when I first started looking into the whole thing, I was like, oh, this was, like, actually supposed to be, like, a liberal type of thing. But just kind of... it's kind of bastardized here. Yeah, can we put it like... no, I want to leave some room for more resource stockpiles. So let's put it right here. And then let's build the last one. So I want it touching the power line. Ah, you know what we could do? So we'll have it come down here. Oh. But this can give us another water access here. Though that means we'll need to put another on-off valve here. Oh yeah, after it's done building. Until you get the scrubbers, you really can't sleep on the maintenance. Yeah. Yeah, and that'll kill you. It's killed me in so many runs in the past. Moisture vaporator. Like a moisture farm of sorts. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is. That's funny. I were looking for this kid named Luke. Yeah. Who happened to live and work at that sort of place. I know. He's supposed to be here fixing these up, but
Research complete.
his good-for-nothing butt is over at Tashi Station looking for power converters. You know? It's one of the reasons I love Victoria 3. A lot of the ideology is still battling it out today. Really had their inceptions around that time. Yeah. And formed alongside it in response to each other. Yeah. That's why I also loved, like... Oh, wait, hold on. I'll finish that thought in a second. Second, we got the drone hub. So now we can put all of these drones here. Although, look at all these drones that got nothing to do. Just you guys wait. Just you guys wait. All right, how are we doing on water now? Nice. All right, so we got the extra passengers. So let's...
A building has stopped working.
Oh yeah, I was gonna switch that. So what, that was 3. Oh yeah, and then I gotta open these up. All right. Ooh, let's take a save, huh? Now there is a, you know, if we're gonna do a series of this starting next week, I might change the mission sponsor to be one a little harder. I picked the easiest one, the US, because you get periodic funding. What I've never played, they added in a mission sponsor as Paradox Interactive. I might do that, just because I've never done it before. It irks me that so many people use anarchies synonymously with chaos and disorder. Yeah, communism suffers from some of the same problems. There's more people who at least have some understanding of what it is and pushback. Anarchy doesn't always have that. Yeah, anarchy is a tough one because that really got kind of misconstrued. I feel like, though, it's the same thing with socialism. There's so many people who don't know the difference between communism and socialism and kind of use them interchangeably. Like, anytime the government pays for something, it's communism. Except when it comes to, like, corporate subsidies. Those seem to be fine. Oh, wait. No. Open the floor to the factions for suggestions on what law to prepare or vote. If the suggestion is taken, the factional game approval. You know, it's really cool. This new law system. So this is new to the relaunched version. So I haven't been able to explore it as much. It reminds me a lot of Frostpunk 2 and what they do there, which is very cool. Which, by the way, next Friday, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be starting up the Breach of Trust DLC in Frostpunk 2. Yeah, I want to be able to set birth restrictions. Yes, research the extractor amplification. All right, we might let it ride on this one. Oh, okay. Systematic training. Damn, I wish you would give me a tooltip on which each one of these do. I recognize the names, but I don't remember what each one does. We'll do that one.
Vote passed.
Excellent. All right. These are not the drones you're looking for. That's right. They surely weren't. I live in Sweden. I deeply know how it feels when someone calls any kind of social welfare communism. Wait. Are you saying in Sweden
New colonists have
people
arrived.
call social welfare? There are people who call social welfare communism? That's interesting because I see Sweden as a place that fully embraces social welfare. But is that like what the pushback in Sweden is like? I forgot too. We're going to build a recharge station over here so that when drones come over here to do maintenance on these two things, they'll be able to recharge themselves. Actually, no. I should put it more central, like right here, so that it's got a close spot for all this. Oh yeah, I forgot you were doing Frostpunk. Stoked about that one. I haven't seen too much gameplay of it, but it looks cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Frostpunk. Actually, Frostpunk 2 was one of the first games I streamed. That was the original Friday night game I always did, Frostpunk 2. And then eventually I decided to start making Friday nights a variety stream. Frostpunk 2 released a DLC, but it was in the midst of this Civ 7 series we were doing. So I didn't get to start playing it right at launch. It was a couple weeks ago, back in June. And I've been playing it offline, and it is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Frostpunk 2 really received a lot of, I think, undue criticism at launch. I think the game is a lot better than people were giving it credit for. But the last two DLCs have really gotten them a lot of favor from people, I think. So they get a lot more love now, which is good. I think it deserves it. It's a good game. Nah, but there are a lot of Yanks who do. Oh yeah, who do it. Here, welfare is highly and rightly ingrained. Good. No. Yeah, that I know full well. Yeah, people will kind of joke like, oh, you know, in Sweden, everything is paid for, and it's like, oh my god, man. No, you're allowed to go to the doctor in Sweden, and it seems to be working. Imagine that.
Sector scan.
All right, we got one of our rockets back home. I think he means that people outside of Sweden call it social. Yeah, just because they have social welfare. Yeah, it's usually a reference point for American left-leaning folks, since we don't have a real left with any power here. Amen to that, my friend. It's amen in like the worst possible way. Like, yeah, I guess amen is the wrong word. I 100% agree with you on that. Oh, hey, Gunne Circusoy. Hello, Gunne Circusoy. How are you? Welcome. Your Vicky 3 tutorials are my fave. Keep going and update, please. Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in to say so. Very, very cool of you to do. I love it when people do that. It's very motivating. So thank you. I'm glad that they're helpful. Welcome in. Welcome to the live stream. What we're playing here was actually the first Paradox game I fell in love with. I always wonder, can you call it a Paradox game if it's not the Paradox Development Studio? This is a game Paradox published. So I don't know. I think it's still a Paradox game, right? I don't know how that works. But welcome. As I go on tangents there. I would probably like Frostpunk gameplay, but it's so grim and depressing. I don't like that part. Yeah, it is. That's true. It really, really is. 11-bit studios, man, they really make some like hard-hitting, depressing games. Like they're the ones who did this War of Mine. Oh man, I couldn't get through that game. That one is really depressing. But yeah, Frostpunk 1 and Frostpunk 2 are intense with some of the decisions you have to make sometimes. You can see these little bits of green. That's from our forestation plant here. We're having some lichen going around. Yeah, this War of Mine destroyed me. Oh my god. What's funny is, I didn't know how depressing the game was when I first got it. I was gonna have to. I was flying with my family to go see my in-laws in Alabama, and I was like, let me get a game on the Nintendo Switch to play while I'm on the plane. And so I got this War of Mine because I thought it sounded interesting. I actually had no idea it was from the people who made Frostpunk, and I was playing it on the plane, and I'm like, this is not the vibe I was going for here. And so I stopped playing it, and I kind of forgot to go back to it. I got it for free on Steam when I bought the Altars. It kind of came bundled with it for the same price. I was like, sure, let me get it on Steam. So I got to go back to it at some point and like play it on the computer here, because I've only ever played it on the Switch. But God, it was depressing, and not the type of thing I was looking for in that moment on the airplane. I still think it counts as a Paradox game. Okay, good. I'm actually happy. This was my first Paradox game then. Isn't this War of Mine a kind of game that makes you think? It does, yeah. And it's supposed to make you think about like the cost of war and like is any like type of war worth it? And I say that as somebody who didn't get very far in the game either, so there's probably a lot more that I don't really even know about. I gotta sit down and like go through it and go play it again, but it is one of those things you kind of have to like prepare yourself for. Oh yeah. Okay, we gotta research something. What was the promise? Oh damn. Oh, I thought, okay, so when I made that promise, build a new sensor tower, I thought the second one would have counted. I gotta build a third one now. So we need to research the extractor amplification tech and systemic training. Ah, we had a baby born. Carmensida orbit. So, oh yeah, so something I really love about this game is like people's names. So the people who are from Earth have more Earth-like names, but the children who are born on Mars always have some type of like kooky space-themed name. Oh good, we got low G hydrosynthetics. We're gonna need that. Oh, build... Okay, we gotta really build another sensor tower. This is gonna kill two birds with one stone here. And then we gotta research extractor amplification and synthetic training. Yes! Okay, this is the thing that we needed. We do need this. And then this will cut down on the amount of fuel we need for these rockets. Synthetic training. It was Explorer AI, right? No, extractor amplification. That's what we needed. Oh, extractor amplification. There it is. And then we're going to do the breakthrough, these superior pipes. First child born on Mars? That's right. That's right. Yeah, so there's these milestones. So far, we've gotten all of them. So the other factions can get these as well. And if they get it, then we don't get the little research boost. So we were the first colony on the planet here to do food and all this other stuff. So we just got first Martian born, so we got 500 research points out of it. Oh yeah, what are our sponsor goals?
Faction promise kept.
Oh yeah, because we built that thing. Yeah, here they are. Oh yeah, we research another technology. We'll get 5 free supply pods. Generate 2,000 research per soul. This is, and we get a free Mega Trigon Dome, actually, which is great. Research 5 breakthroughs, deep scan 30 sectors. Yeah. And those, there's no real time limit on. Oh, we have a meteor storm going on. So I guess it's not in our area. Usually when you zoom out here, you can kind of see where they're falling. Oh, we have something to research up here. All right. Oh, yeah. Where's the decommission protocol? So there's a tech that you need to uncover and then research in order to clear the stuff that you built or that you demolished. Usually one of the first techs you have are this advanced Martian engines and the decommission protocol. I find it so interesting that it took us to the 3rd point on this list to get the advanced Martian engines, and we still have not gotten to the decommission protocol, which is strange. How we doing on food? I am getting a little worried. All right. So our little hydroponic farm here is doing okay. Look, vegetation, we're at 0.01%. Woo, woo. Moving along. All right. So next, we need more people so that we really need to start doing a polymer factory. But the input for the polymer factory is fuel. Now, we'll start to catch up on fuel production as we're not running ships back and forth. So maybe we don't bring a ship over as soon as we have been. Oh yeah, sometimes I forget to check here. So we have... How many days do we have built up? Wait, stored oxygen lasts. Why is it not telling us? And stored water lasts. So this I always keep an eye on because it'll tell you, like, basically if all of your production of oxygen and water cut out, it'll tell you how many days of stored up oxygen and water you have. But it's not really telling us. Well, this is full. That's full. That's full, that's full. And that's full. Okay. Yeah, Green Mars is a go, that's right. Man, it's so much, it's really fun when you start getting a lot of this, these terraforming things there. Like, you'll start getting, like, toxic rain as a precursor. I've never, like, fully terraformed Mars. It does take some time. But I have gotten to points where, like, the whole area, like, in my vicinity here is, like, all green. And I've started to, like, I got enough, like, atmosphere, heat, and water to start getting lakes. You know, because we're on a time limit with these two things, I think we'll do it in that way, as much as I want to have this done now. Ooh, who's gonna win FIFA games this weekend? Ooh, hey, first off, hello, Brent. Hello, Brent M. Hello. Welcome back, my friend. How are you? Good to see you again. Who's gonna win? You know, it's funny. The final that I wanted to see was France against England. And it's so funny to me that I get to see France against England, but as the third place game. Now, who's going to win that game? I think, for me, the big question mark tomorrow is what type of France team shows up. I actually think France is going to be gunning for this game tomorrow because they came out so dead. They came out so dead in that semifinal that I think, despite the fact that they've looked dominant the whole tournament, I think they need to show that was an anomaly, that poor showing, and not who they really are. That being said, too, I think England... I think those players on England, because of how long it's been since England has won a trophy or a medal of any kind, I think it would be a big deal for England to get third place in the World Cup. So I still think tomorrow's game is going to be quite good. Now, in terms of the final... God, I don't know. I mean, my gut is telling me Spain, but I feel like I've kind of been doubting this Argentinian team the whole tournament, and here we are. I want Spain to win to avoid Messi giving Trump a propaganda victory. Yeah. I'm also wondering on Sunday.
Mission goal completed.
Is Trump going to be on the podium with the team like he did last summer with the Club World Cup? God, that was so embarrassing. I really hope they don't let him. Depends on if France remembers how to play again. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. What type of France are we going to get to see? I expect both England and France will play their backups, but I think it will be good. See, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to play their backups. I don't think France is going to play their backups. And I think because of that, I don't think England will. I think Thomas Tuchel's job is on the line in an odd way. He's facing so much backlash in England. I think I think Thomas Tuchel needs this third place game. All right. All right. We're at the 2-hour mark, so we are about to get hit by ads. So we do need to take a quick 90-second break and pay homage to the gods of ads so that we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So we're going to take 90 seconds and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. All right, what did I miss? What did I miss? FIFA says Trump is handing over the trophy. Oh, God. Oh, God. You know, I forgot about that, though. I mean, there is precedent that the leader of the host country is on the podium shaking hands with the players as they walk by. But he better not be, because like with Chelsea in the Club World Cup, he was like standing there with them during the trophy raise. I hope they don't allow that. Oh, for sure. How corrupt FIFA is. He will be holding a gold medal for sure. I know, right? And you're the honorary member of whatever team. I think Spain is going to beat Argentina, though. Seems like they play better overall. Argentina's main advantage is Messi, but Spain has been great on defense. Yeah. That's what I think. But to be honest with you, I thought France was going to beat Spain, and they didn't. And then I thought England was going to beat Argentina, and they didn't. So I don't know. I don't trust myself anymore. I don't know. Trump must step in and try, to sucker some of that success that others achieve always, right? I feel like
sufficient resources.
And him being with Chelsea during that trophy raise was just the epitome of like, it was so sad. Of all the things, right? Messi will double down and go to the White House. Yeah, Lamal will carry a Palestinian flag on the pitch. Oh, yeah. He might. Oh, man, if Lamine Yamal does that, I can tell you who I'm rooting for tomorrow. But you're right, Tuchel is in trouble. Yeah, and it makes me sad because, like, I do still like Thomas Tuchel as a coach. I still think he's a great coach. And he did really well this tournament, but he messed up. He messed up in that last game. It really was on him. Those changes he made were just awful. But that being said, you know, he's still a good coach. He still is. Also looking forward to a Spain run in Vicky 3. Oh yeah, thank you. I keep forgetting to mention it. I've been wanting to try it, but haven't yet. It'd be nice to have a reference. Yeah, I haven't. I did Spain. I did a Spain run offline. When Iberian Twilight first came out, but I haven't done one since. But that's a good segue. So tomorrow I am doing a special Victoria 3 stream. I don't usually stream on the weekends. Special World Cup stream. So on Wednesday this week, I had posted a poll on my YouTube channel and on the Hamcord, my Discord channel. And the question for the poll is simple: who is going to win the World Cup, Argentina or Spain? People have been voting, and whoever wins the vote is who I play with tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, probably around 9 o'clock, probably like 8 o'clock my time, 8 a.m. I'll close the poll, and then that'll be who I play with. And so tomorrow I'll start the stream at noon, so 12 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll play for about 5 hours. And so the stream will end right as the third place game is starting tomorrow. So it's a special one-off episode, but it's much longer than I normally stream for. And so far, Spain is in the lead in the poll. So either vote for who you think is actually going to win the World Cup, or just vote based on who you want me to play with tomorrow, Spain or Argentina. Trump has made a fool of himself at a few of those kinds of ceremonies, so yeah, that would be great to see. You know, the thing is, as much as it would be great to see him make a fool of himself, there's something about the World Cup final. The entire world is watching it. Like, you know, like I want him to make a fool of himself at something like only the US is watching. Like, not the World Cup final. Don't embarrass us in front of the world. You know what I mean? Like, I want to laugh at him in other situations, but not this one. They were fine all tournament despite the noise, but yeah. Shot the bet against Argentina. It's true. It's true. I'd leave him till Euros. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see Thomas Tuchel be coaching England at the Euros. I think he made a big mistake against Argentina, but I think his good coaching through this everything previously in the World Cup, I hope, has earned him a job through the Euros. But it's England. England is tough. It might not have.
Faction promise kept.
All right. How the hell do we still not have the decommission protocol? I forget if the decommission protocols, it's in engineering. It's got to be in engineering. You know, it's probably going to be right after this. So we'll do this so we get more research, and then we'll do this so we can upgrade the hydro... What is it? Hygroscopic vaporators. Overreacting, yeah, it's the real English national sport. Reach the World Cup semis, gotta be happy with that. Yeah. And you know what? It's not even so much the English fans. It's the English media. It's the English media that is just like overreacting. It's an interesting thing to look at, right? Because it's why some of the English players, like Jude Bellingham and for a period of time, Jadon Sancho,
Anomaly found.
why they all went to
Sand.
go play in other countries and didn't, go to England. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, English media is always wilding. Exactly. Like, at some point, I would love to see the English fans just kind of demand the media stop. Because I do think the English media sometimes hampers the English team. Because they're so vicious, There's, as much as players say, oh, it means nothing to them, maybe it means nothing to some of the players, but it definitely doesn't mean nothing to all the players. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting. So because my commander profile is psychiatrist or psychologist, I forget which one it is. We can build this sanatorium. And we should. Oh.
The building has stopped working.
Because we can build it right in the center here. And so this will alleviate people of some of their flaws. Although we've gotten pretty much all people without flaws, I think. Yeah, hold on though. It might not be the time for this. See, the thing about this though is nobody has to work in it. Generates funding or other rewards if the diplomacy laws are enacted. The period at which the rewards are given depends on the building performance. And it doesn't take any electricity, but it takes work. It takes workers. No, let's build the sanatorium. Hey, Mauricio, what's up? What's up? How are you? I see the philosophy talk while terraforming Mars continues. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So we started the stream doing Civ 7. I thought, we were going to need the entire stream tonight to finish the Civ 7 run, and unfortunately, it ended after about 45 minutes. One of the AI players got one of the victory conditions. So we figured let's come back to the Surviving Mars run from last night. As an Argentinian, I can say either we win or lose, everybody is screwed because we surely not gonna shut up about it until the next World Cup. Sorry in advance. Nah, no need to say sorry. No need to say sorry for that. I think any team who wins the World Cup is not going to shut up about it for the next 4 years. Are you telling me that if Spain wins, we're not going to be hearing about it from Spanish fans for the next 4 years? I think not. Oh, so we got other stuff. Founders receive extra comfort when servicing needs. They could have found a better way to word that. Founders receive extra comfort when servicing needs. That being said, we do kind of want this. But you need to prepare this law in order to enact it through a vote. The effect of the law will not take place until the law is enacted. How do we prepare a law? I don't really know. I don't really know what happened there. I guess we got to wait a period of time. Philosophy, football, geopolitics, and the colonization of Mars. The story of Ham's life. You have no idea, man. That is so true. Philosophy, football, geopolitics, and the colonization of Mars. That's what's on my mind all day, every day. Just on loop. And throw in Victoria 3 in the loop, and then there you go. Messi surely wants to retire, and some people even think it's a good time now if we win, since he leaves on a high note. But also there's people that want him to play with his son and that a decade more. Oh my God. Honestly, I thought after he won 4 years ago in Qatar, that he was going to retire internationally. I mean, I was like, yeah, like, you just won the World Cup. Like, now's the time. But no, he stayed on. And I was like, oof, you're pushing it, buddy. You're pushing it. And now he's in the final again. I mean, if Argentina wins this final, he's got to retire internationally. Like, if you want to go out on a high, what are you gonna, you're gonna play till you're 44 and be like, maybe we'll get it then too? Like, no. Go out on a high. But listen. I don't think Messi needs this second World Cup. People forget Messi won MLS Cup this last December. Lamine Yamal, you know, he has no MLS Cups. He needs this World Cup. Messi got MLS Cup. He doesn't need a World Cup. Think we're going to hear a lot from the losers as well, how they shouldn't have lost and why. Yep, you know it, DeWolfie. You know it. You're absolutely right. Win, lose, we're going to be hearing a lot from both teams in this one. Messi, it's enough. We all accept you're the GOAT. The MLS Cup is enough. Exactly. Yeah. You won the World Cup 4 years ago, but you proved your point when you won it with Miami. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Messi is that protagonist where the franchise keeps going despite he already achieved everything. Yeah. Really, last final, people already were saying he peaked and showed he was the best ever, yet here we are. I know, right? Like, God, what would that be like? What would that be like? Oh, yeah. You know, it's like the Fast and the Furious franchise, right? Like, despite we had the first movie, it was pretty good. Second movie was like a B movie that bombed. Third one, I don't even know what it was. But they had a couple good ones after that, right? I mean, I didn't see them, but they did really well. But yet they just keep churning them out. And it's like, man, eventually, I think there was the one movie where I saw the posters were like, they're in cars trying to outrun something in Antarctica on ice. And I was like, why are you still making these movies? Why are you still doing it? You know, you should have gone out on a high. And then despite that, I feel like I saw posters for another one where there was a movie where they were driving a car in space, right? Like, I'm not crazy. That's the career of Messi. You're like this World Cup was like, are they driving cars in Antarctica now? And somehow the movie's a hit. I have no idea. I can't believe I just equated Lionel Messi's football career to the Fast and the Furious franchise. And then he went to the White House and clapped as Trump talked about invading Venezuela. Oh, sweet Messi. I know, right? I mean, I don't know, but Messi, I don't know. Does he know English, right? Speaking a language and understanding a language are two different things. I know he doesn't speak it. Like, I've seen a million Messi commercials. I've only heard him speak 3 words of English in any of them, which totally fine. I'm not saying he should know English, but I'm just saying, like, I think he is probably the person who has been in the most English language commercials without speaking a word of English ever. So I feel like there's a possibility that, you know, he might not understand the spoken English language all that much. So he might have been clapping for whatever Trump said, and is like, yeah, whatever, I gotta clap for this guy. I'll find out what he said later. Cash cow franchise be like that. I hope the monetary interest doesn't stop him from retiring now. It's better to leave on a high note. I think, first of all, I think Messi's international retirement is going to happen regardless of the outcome of this game. We need more power. We need more power infrastructure. I think though, if Argentina wins, like, you have to imagine that's it internationally. Like, why? Why would you keep doing it to yourself? See, this is the thing, though, about some players, is, like, you got to think about the ending. It's the same thing with any story. You have to think about the ending. Like, think about, like, I'll take it to, like, American football. Interestingly, the two quarterbacks I think of, interestingly, both Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Two people who are legends for Green Bay, and at the end of their Green Bay career, were already considered one of the best to ever play, and they were done. It should have been over. That's it. But they kept trying to push it. And now when you think of those two, you're like, oh, what a joke. Brett Favre sending, you know, sexts to some female coworker at the Jets while he's naked but only wearing Crocs. Like, that's the thing I remember now. And then Aaron Rodgers on the Jets showing up to preseason after, like, spending a retreat doing ayahuasca. Like, age comes for us all. You got to think about the end of your career and not keep trying to push it. Trump and FIFA love each other because both understand how corrupt they both are. I know. That's the thing. Trump is on FIFA level corruption. And FIFA is on Trump level corruption. They both understand each other very well. Messi lives just on the edge of plausible deniability. Yeah. And I don't care enough to find out / target him. I know. I only ever heard him say goat in a commercial. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of Spanish language commercials that he says a lot in. Actually, the current English language Adidas commercial for the World Cup, which actually is a great series of commercials. He speaks Spanish in that commercial to Bad Bunny. And he has like a whole back and forth with Bad Bunny in Spanish. But in terms of like what he's spoken in English, there's a Duracell commercial that's been playing during the World Cup. And he says the words power boost. And I think that's the most I've ever heard him speak English in a commercial. Which again is totally fine. But in regards to him clapping during like a Trump speech, I could totally see where like he might not, I don't think he knows like the spoken English language. So I think he was just kind of like, okay, yeah, I don't know what's being said here, but sure. He says things in Spanish in the commercials I get, but only in Spanish Argentinian. Yeah. Like, I'm sure, right? I'm sure. He spoke English at an award ceremony like 10 years ago, and the internet made fun of him. Oh, and I'm pretty sure it scared him off speaking English. Oh, really? See, that... Now that makes sense to me. Because I always wondered about that, because so many soccer players know multiple languages. Just from, like, traveling around. Like... there was this, I don't know why on YouTube this was popping up for me. there was an interview with Cristiano Ronaldo. I think this was like the first season he played with Manchester United. He was doing a post-match press conference with Gary Neville, and the reporter is asking him questions, and he knows a little bit of English, but the reporter is asking him some questions, and finally Ronaldo is like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. And so Gary Neville is like trying to help him and like just kind of answers the questions for him. But now, you know, like Cristiano Ronaldo, he's such a marketing person. He knows English very well. A lot of the players know a lot of different languages. But yeah, if a bunch of people were like ridiculing Messi for his English, I could see why he's like, ugh, I'm not even going to do it. These companies are going to pay me to be in their commercials and I don't have to say anything in them. I'm fine with that. Don't think he's fluent. You don't know if he understands Trump, but he definitely gets the basics. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so ultimately though, what I'm saying is I don't really hold it against him for clapping at some Trump speech. I think he's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, I got to be here. That being said, I mean, he knows who Trump is, and he had, you know, he still went. I'm sure people have explained to him in Spanish who Trump is and what he's doing. I have more of an eyebrow raise to that.
Faction promise kept.
All right, so we've got all our faction promises done. All the faction promises are done, so... I'm with you. It's not that deep, ultimately. Cheeky boost slander and move on. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can still banter about it, though. Because ultimately, let's be honest here. At this point in time, Messi is a Miami player. And I'm a New York Red Bulls fan, so... He could have come to New York. He could have come to New York, and he didn't. Alright, I think we're good on energy at the moment. Yeah, I think when we get this, we'll finally get our decommission protocol. Basically, what I'm waiting for here is we need more living space in the dome. When I can finally get rid of this, I can build another one of these. And then what I want to build, I suppose I should build it beforehand, but I want to build a polymer factory. So we'll need 12 people to work it in 2 shifts. And then outside the dome... Yeah, here it is. I want to build this. And this you can only have a single shift. So it'll be 6 people for that. Oh, yeah. And then what I want to build is... Actually, you know, let me look at the dome here. Yeah, a lot of people want shopping. And gaming. The problem is for gaming, we need the electronics store, but we're not making electronics parts yet. But we can do the art store. You know what we should do? Because the small security station, we want to keep one open for when we want to build a thing out of there. We could put a small electronics store, or I mean a small security post, a small art store, and then, yeah, put a small garden to get at least a little bit of shrubbery. That's what we'll do. So the because this will give us 27. Residences.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We can do this now. So births are forbidden when full. That's where we're going to keep it. But we can get 27 more. Oh yeah, I forgot too. We can do a second shift in here.
Sector scan.
So 12 here. That'll leave us 15. A second shift here. That'll leave us 11. I forget what the inputs here are. Oh, we could do a small machine parts factory. We could buy it. We could buy it. Argentina is pretty reactionary these days. Don't be surprised by most people. Yeah, I hear you. I did hear there was some stuff with Messi in Argentina and Israel. Oh, but I haven't been able to dig in to see what the details are yet. Oh, interesting. I don't know. I'd be surprised by that. I feel like Messi is that type of professional athlete that's like stays out of any my impression is he stays out of any type of like political commenting because he's got so many marketing deals and all that, but I could be wrong. But I'd be surprised if he made comments about that. Yeah, it's kind of shitty that people made fun of his English, though. That's never cool. And, whenever people make fun of somebody's English, it's always, I feel like it's always somebody who can't speak a word of another language, right? Like the person who makes fun of somebody else's English, it's always somebody who can't even attempt another language, which is just so funny. It's just so funny. And by funny, I mean like awful.
A building has stopped working.
Of course, being cruel is being cruel no matter the language. Yeah, exactly. No living spaces, only shopping centers. This is American, Tim. Oh no, did I build America and I didn't even realize it? You can tell we talk a lot when Ham doesn't touch the game in a while until he finishes reading. Yep. I try to keep up. Bye. Yes, bye. I do have to make a bit of a decision here, though. This would be a good dome to have a small machine parts factory, because I do know the machine parts factory, the input is metal, and we have a metal extractor here. What's the input on the electronics again? Oh, rare metal. Sorry, it's rare metal. And we don't have an output of it yet. And I can buy the small machine parts factory and have it shipped to Mars here. But like, I wish I could see what's the worker cost of it. I'm gonna look it up. Small machine parts factory. What? 9 engineers. There's no way it's... Oh, 9. I bet because it's 3 per shift. That would make sense. Okay. Okay, so if I built another one of these, I have 27 worker slots. I do 12 for this. So I leave myself 15. I put 4 here. I leave myself 11. I do 6 in the machine factory. I leave myself 5. And then I can do 2 or 3 in the security post and 2 in the small art store. That's exactly what we'll do. Nice. Okay. I've got the rockets. Oh, yeah. But the only thing I'm missing is that I can't get rid of this. Damn it. All right. God, I can't believe I'm saying this. We got to get the decommission protocol. I've never had to, like, wait on that before. Sometimes even the big players get into talking of politics. I remember Mbappe in 2024 asked to not vote extreme views during the French election. Like, somebody asked him not to vote, or he said he was asking people not to vote extreme views. Part of the Besserwisser syndrome are not correcting someone's language. Oh, I bet those wouldn't know that Besserwisser translates to, oh, better knower. Derogatory as someone who just presumed they do. Ah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, someone who just thinks they know better than someone, but they don't at all. Oh, man. I need to start. There's so many people here in the US you could attribute that to, too.
A building has stopped working.
Yep, our guys will fix all that. Yeah, we have too many metals. Oh man, I shouldn't have built... Can I build another storage of metals? Yeah, let's do it right there. Yeah, I've tried learning other languages in the past, but have only ever had limited success. Yeah. I work with a lot of guys from places like Southeast Asia. It can be a little tricky sometimes, but all of them speak better English than I ever spoke any language I tried. Yeah. Same. I wish I knew another language. I took French for 7 years of my life, and I don't know French. I find languages so difficult. But that's also why I would never criticize somebody else's ability to speak a second language, because I have zero ability to speak a second language.
Council session open.
He asked. Oh, so he asked people not to vote extreme views. Wow, interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, he's good friends with Macron. Macron is the one who got him to stay at PSG longer. He was going to leave. He wanted to, like, make a stronger push to leave for Real Madrid sooner than he did, and Macron asked him to stay in Paris a little bit longer. Okay, so now I can vote this. I think maybe we got this. Let's just vote it.
Vote passed.
There we go. Learning a language is best done while trying to use that language. Yeah. See, that's the thing, though, that I've always found difficult, is that I know objectively, they say total immersion is the way to go, right? But the thing I always, and that, so that was the teaching style, like in my high school classes when you were learning French, and in college as well, and even and in middle school. My entire academic career trying to learn French, it was all total immersion. But I feel like it never worked on me, and I feel like the reason why it never worked. Oh, I got to bring some machine parts over there. The reason why it never worked. Why is it not doing it? Oh, no, I don't want... Oh, I see what it's doing. No, I don't want... Because I'm like, I hear something, like, in another language, so I'll use French as the example still. I'll hear something in French, and I'm like, but I have no point of reference to know what's being said. Like, when I go visit my family in Algeria, they're speaking Arabic. Oh, we only have 6 machine parts left. All right, so wait, I'm gonna finish that thought in a second. There we go, we'll do that. I have no point of reference for what's being said, so how do I connect it to anything, know what it is? I just feel like total immersion never really worked for me. But I guess I should also recognize I might not have been the best student when it came to that subject. Plus, I can't imagine living and working in a place and not being fluent. That feels rough. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I guess maybe... See, that's the thing. I think maybe that's the total immersion that you need, and not like for 90 minutes in a classroom twice a week. Oh, total immersion. It's not really total immersion. Total immersion is like you're living in that place and you got to learn it or you got nothing. Yeah, I remember Mbappe is pretty pro Macron. Yeah, exactly. The two of them are buddy-buddy. I learned English thanks to using the internet. Oh, wow. It's very useful, even if I don't have experience talking it. Each person has a particular learning style that works best for them. Yeah, it's true, right? I remember in college, I had these two Haitian roommates. And they learned English from watching the show Friends. And funny enough, apparently a lot of people have learned English from watching Friends, which I find wild. Of all the things, right? and the thing is, they would watch Friends nonstop. I found it so funny. I'd come home from class, and two of them are just sitting there watching Friends, like on repeat. And I never really... So I've watched Friends since... Not at that time. When my wife was pregnant with our first child, my wife was really into Friends, and so... she decided to like start rewatching the whole series, and I would kind of drop in and out here and there. So that's when I finally watched it. But when it aired, I never really watched it. I wasn't really into sitcoms. So when I had these two roommates, I was like, of all the things to watch, why this? Has English always been your first language, Ham? You mentioned you were born in Algeria and grew up there for a bit, right? Yeah, so I moved to the US when I was 2. So mainly I was raised here in the US, but my first words were in Arabic. When I first started speaking, it was in Algeria. And so my first word was Wina, which means who is it? Because the way that the house back home in Algeria was. Oh, nice. We got the fuel thing. Hold on, I'll finish that in a second. No, we still don't. Okay, I need to look this up real quick. What tech tree is decommission protocol on? Yeah, I was right. It's the engineering side. So we just got to keep. We really need the decommission protocol. We're going to keep researching down here until it pops up. The style of the housing, the style of the house, it's an old style. And basically, there's like this open courtyard in the middle and then rooms that are built around the courtyard. And the front door is like these big, large metal doors. And so when someone would knock on the front door, you would hear it ring throughout the whole house. And so my family, whenever anybody would knock, they would like go running to the big door, yelling out, "Weena," meaning like, who is it? Who is it? And so apparently my first words were Weena. So my first words were in Arabic, but the problem was, the reason why I was born in Algeria was because my dad was sponsored by an oil company to get his master's and his PhD in the United States. So he came here to get his master's and his PhD, and that's when he met my mom. And so they fell in love, they got married, my mom got pregnant, but then he finished his PhD, and now it was time for him to go back to Algeria and work for that company for 2 years, because that was the contract. So I was born there, I lived there for 2 years while he finished his contract, but then my dad had to do his 2-year military service because it kept getting pushed back because of his schooling. And him and my mom had already decided they were going to move back to the U.S. So he stayed to do his military service, and me and my mom came back first. So from the ages of 2 to 4, it was just me and my mom didn't speak Arabic. So I had nobody speaking Arabic around me anymore. And so I lost it. And when my dad came back, my dad never spoke Arabic around us at home. I mean, I've heard him speak Arabic, but he didn't like speak it to us. He didn't teach us the language. So my first words were in Arabic, but I lost all of it. I lost it all. And I hate it. Yeah, I know some German phrases from just listening to a lot of Rammstein. Yeah. And recalling the translations of the lyrics. Yes, Rammstein. Oh my god. I just know the one song, but it's such a great song. Du hast mich. I know what that means. Du hast mich. You can't, that's like we were talking about this yesterday with the name Bastian Schweinsteiger. You can't say Du hast mich if you know the Rammstein song. You can't say you can't be like Du hast mich. You gotta say it with like some oomph. Just pretend like, oh yeah, I love that Rammstein song, Du hast mich. It just sounds weird if you don't say it epically. We need an April Fool's stream or Dono reward where Ham switches to Arabic. Oh, I wish I could do that. Honestly, I really wish I could do that. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Oh, hey, Prof. Enderhunt. Hello. Welcome. But you remember Weena? Yes, I do. I will never forget Weena. I'll never forget that. And meh. I know meh. Water. That I know. Oh, did the automod hit you for emojis? Oh, automod. Oh, you know why? Because you did them in capitals. That's so. I gotta figure out how to change that on Steam Elements or Stream Elements. I mean. Yeah, exactly. Thought you were spamming caps. Yeah, I know Wina, meh, lebes, because that's what you say basically when your family calls. Tarek, lebes, and then you go lebes, lebes. If you got that, you can have a whole conversation. Gemini says Wina actually means which one. Oh, more than more than who is it? That's interesting. My whole life has been a lie. It's all a lie. The image text is in caps apparently. Well, you know what it is too. If you look up any of those words, if you ask anybody, especially in Northern Africa, about Arabic and Algeria, basically all the other countries in North Africa will say, yeah, we can't understand anything Algerians are saying. And it's kind of a joke, like Algerians are like, yeah, we speak Algerian Arabic. Because it has a lot of French words mixed in, but so much so that basically it's basically like its own little language. I don't know if Wina is affected by it, but it might be. Maybe they were asking which door they were for. maybe. I think it's more just, I think it's chalked up to Algerian Arabic. The Arabic that nobody else understands. The song Du Hast is easy to remember as well, because it's just building to you have asked me and I have said nothing. And the chorus are just the wedding vows. Wait, I thought Du Hast mesh means you hate me. Isn't that what Du Hast mesh means? You hate me? All right, so we got to buy, we need, where are they? We need a lot of machine parts. We only have 1.6 billion. Only. But we do need the small machine parts factory, which is 150 million. And so while we're at it, yeah, that'll be all our money. Actually, we don't need the seeds, but let's get food. Let's get 3 drones, making an even 40. I don't think there's much else we need. Oh, no, actually, yeah. We're gonna need another fuel refinery. Yeah, we'll do that. Launch that.
Sector scan.
I was always a bit bummed that I moved from New Orleans before I developed an accent or learned the common French phrases there. Oh, yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. Yes, it does. Planet Dash. Wait. Save on delivery costs by putting it all in one big order. Oh, yeah. Save on delivery costs. Yeah. Yeah, try to fill the one rocket as much as you can, exactly. Yeah. I would never send a rocket off. Now, I guess I was only using about half of the weight capacity, but that's mainly because I don't have the money to put any more on that rocket. I also found out recently that even though I have an Italian name, I'm actually way more French than I thought. Oh, wow, still processing that. Yeah. Did you find that out through, like, the whole 23andMe or one of the variants like that? Now, the German word for hate is with double S. Oh, interesting. Hassen. Oh, okay. Du hast mich is what that song is. Yeah. Du hast mich. Yeah, because I can remember. I don't know the verse at all. I just know I just remember the chorus. The chorus is like etched in my brain forever. Du Hastmesh. Oh wait, what did Du Hastmesh? See, the next part I don't really. I just know the sounds. Du Hastmesh Du Shao or something like that. See, that's the thing. To me, I just know the sounds because I don't actually know the language. You know what I should have actually spent a bit of money on was outsourcing some research. Oh, okay. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. No. It's the same thing. I can't. I was going to destroy this to build this, and then I'll rebuild this when I can destroy that. But obviously, same thing. If this gets destroyed, I can't take it out of there. I can't believe it's taking me so long to get the stupid decommission protocol. Like, this is such a, like first couple souls thing that you get. Yeah, there. Du hast me gefra und ihr ab nicht gesagt. God, I don't even know. First of all, I don't even know what I'm saying. I wonder if, like, YouTube picks up German. Oh, it's a play on Hast versus Hasht. Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, the stuff that's lost on you when you're a teenager and don't know German. Yeah, I haven't done it myself, but my mom and brother did. Yeah, I'm the same way. My dad and my brother did it. Never done it myself, though. But I'm in SPCA mud of a human. My mom has done a lot of our genealogy, though. We're not European French. I think it's mostly through Canada. Oh, and the Gulf Coast. We're Louisiana Territory French. Oh, fascinating. Yeah, a lot of people look at me, and when I say I'm Algerian, they're like, oh, so you're like French Algerian. And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? But my dad did one of those 23andMe things, and he's so funny. He called me up. He's like, oh, I got my results back. I was like, oh, yeah, what did it say? And he goes, 97% Arab, baby. He was so happy. I was like, congratulations, Dad. Congratulations. So I know I actually don't have any French in me at all. The other 3% were like, not French. Yeah, it's saying low storage, but we're actually, like, fine with power here. All you said were, you have asked me, and I have said nothing. Okay, good. Good. So YouTube can't give me any junk about anything. I hate this because not having this decommission protocol actually is like slowing us down here. All right. Yeah, we're at 1 food. Oh, look at all the little foodies, though. Yeah, good thing we ordered some food, because we're gonna have a problem with that. We really need to get some people on that. You know, I forgot. We could contact these other factions and exchange technologies. I don't believe we know each other enough for such a serious step in our relationship. Perhaps we will get there someday. Thanks, Russia. Some things never change. What about you, China? Nothing. Europe? Nothing. Oh, hey, we got some stuff here now. So, RC Commander, we get some resources. We don't have any officers yet. We don't have 5 geologists. New technologies would be nice, though. Ooh, any 6 new technologies. All right, we're going to go do Project Niagara. And any 9. Yeah, there's no rockets. So when this gets here, we'll do that. We were the opposite. My brothers and I have always joked about being ambiguously brown. When we got his results back, the only double digit was 50% Irish, and the rest are 8% or lower. Wow. A little bit of everything. Though that tracks, being poor for mostly, yeah, port towns, yeah. Yeah. Interestingly, in my family, so Algerian and Arab is on my dad's side. My mom's side is German and Polish. The way the family story goes from my mom's side, the Polish side of the family that came to the United States are like Polish aristocrats, like they had money. And they were here around the time of the Model T and Ford. But apparently, there were 2 car companies at the time. There was Ford and Lemon. And I don't know if anybody's aware, but what you call a car that doesn't work is a lemon. And unfortunately, my Polish aristocrat ancestors, in the choice between investing in Ford or Lemon, invested in Lemon. Lost all their money, and that's how my mom's side of the family ended up on a farm in North Dakota. So Gemini thinks you probably actually were saying hearing we know, which means I am here, which it claims in Algeria is used commonly to ask the person at the door to respond. Oh, so you can tell by their voice. Ah, okay, I am here, I am here. Ah, interesting, okay. There you go, now I know. Yeah, my parents probably explained it to me as, you know, who's there? Because, like, yeah, in the US, that's what you say at the door. So it's just the phrase you say when someone's at the door. But yeah, I am here, I am here. Wow, they're talking as if you're trying to date them. Wait, which ones? I'm behind on chat for a second there. I'm clueless to Arabic. Yeah, same. They probably mean the other colonies. The other colonists. Oh, yeah. You know what? For a second, I already kind of forgot. Yeah, I just talked to these other colonies. Yeah. They're talking as if you're trying to date them. I know, right? Oh, we don't know each other yet. We don't know each other enough yet. Like, we're just trying to exchange technology so, you know, we can all survive on this planet. Not that big a deal, huh? Oh, we can do the amplification now. I guess the thing about the amplification, though, is that it will take 10 more power, and we're not hurting for metals. Like, we got plenty. And... yeah, concrete, too. Concrete, we got plenty. Oof, I didn't know that's where lemon came from. Yeah, I didn't know that's where it came from either until my mom told me the story of our history. Oh, look at us. All right, we got 3 Martian born now. Jessica Wan and Rico Kepler. Yeah, see, there's always, like, their names are always going to have, like, the Martian born have, like, something to do with space. Rico Kepler. Yeah, I'd like to buy shares in Betamax. Yeah. Give me some shares in Laserdisc. They need war in this game. Well, if we can get to the story scenario that I added, there will be something to do with war. Oh, almost 0.1% of the green.
Research complete.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Now, here's something I'm wondering. I wonder if they've added this to this relaunched version, where in the original Surviving Mars, the terraforming progress was only from you. And I always wondered, like, the other colonies on the planet, are they doing anything to terraform? Because it's the whole planet. This is percentages for the whole planet. Why am I the only one that's got to do it? Hey, Papa. Oh, hey, hello, Papa. Hilarious stream title. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It was a spur of the moment one. I always like to do some type of pun for a stream title. Normally, I take a long time trying to think of them. And we switched games tonight. So this was just off the cuff. I might use it for the actual series that I start next week. Yeah, maybe they'll bring that into a diplomacy DLC. Yeah, that would be cool. I hope that they end up doing some DLC for this game. I feel like
Session open.
I was kind of bummed. I feel like the Surviving Mars community was kind of annoyed at this release. Because they were like, oh, I gotta pay money to get the game that I had already paid for and own. And but I was like, you know, they're rebuilding the engine the game is on. Like, it does look better now. And they've added a couple elements, like the whole legislative system, like... And in the end, if you already own Surviving Mars, I think this costs like $15 to get. It's like, this is why we can't have nice things. Like, you want them to just end support for the game? Like, come on. So I hope they do keep... I hope they keep making DLC for the game. So basically what they did was the original Surviving Mars had a whole bunch of like series of DLCs that were made. And so when they released this Surviving Mars relaunched, basically they included all the DLC into it. So if you bought Surviving Mars relaunched, you got all of the DLC that other people had paid for. But if you already own Surviving Mars, this only costs like $15 as opposed to like people who are buying it for the first time. So I'm not as upset about it, but a lot of people had voiced their issues with it. And then you will have to wonder where all these confused Bruno Mars fans came from. I know, right? How relevant is Bruno Mars still, though? I feel like I haven't heard a song from him, a new one, but at the same time, I recognize, like, I'm not listening to, like, the Billboard Top 100 regularly and all that stuff, so I don't know. I don't actually know. Wait, I thought I had added some moisture vaporators. I guess I did not. Well, we have a water source down there. We have a water source up here. You said it yourself yesterday, go with your gut. Yeah. Yep, always go with your gut. He's on tour, it says online. Oh, okay. Look at that. I mean, yeah, I'd be surprised if, like, Bruno Mars was, like, donezo. He's a very talented guy, and he had a lot of hits, so... Yeah. I'm just not connected to the pop scene.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
Well, he did that Lazy song, and that's all I know about the man. Okay. See, I don't even know that one. Oh, yeah, we didn't get this one yet. Production of extractors. Oh, you know, okay, hold on. So we're going to do this. I forgot. We have a water extractor going. We have an extractor upgrade. I should have looked at that to try to expand that one. Yes, build a fungal farm. We want to do that anyway. Here we go. Vote.
Vote passed.
Excellent. So this, yes, okay. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. And then... let's get another fuel refinery going. Oh, he dropped an album at the end of February. Okay. So I guess he's still doing his thing. There you go. So yeah. He is still doing his thing. Okay. There you go. Good. Shows what I know. Seeing all the celebrities you grew up with retire or pass out feels surreal sometimes. Yeah. Like a chapter of your life is ending. Yeah. I remember my mom called me up. This was like a year ago or so. She called me up because she was like, oh my God, I don't believe it. I was in the grocery store and they were playing the Smashing Pumpkins. And she was like, your band is now something that's played in the grocery store. I was like, thanks, Mom. Thanks. I'm so glad you took the time to call me specifically to let me know that. And to be honest, it's probably payback for all the time she heard something in the grocery store and was excited. I was like, oh my God, Mom, it's playing in the grocery store. I probably said that at some point in my life. And I don't even remember saying it. It meant nothing to me, but it stuck with her. This is the narrative I'm making up in my head. And so I bet her whole life, she's been waiting to hear one of my bands in the grocery store, and it finally happened. So I can't be mad at her. I can't be mad at her about that. But damn, they're playing the Smashing Pumpkins in the grocery store now. How is the difficulty of this game? I remember playing the original game back when it first came out, and it was tuned very hard, at least for me, the first time I played it. So it depends, right? Right now, it's kind of easy because we're small scale. I feel like the game difficulty, it gets exponentially harder as you expand. So we have one dome going. When you build a second dome, it starts to get a little bit harder. And then you build a third dome, and then you get your elevator and you go to the underground, and eventually, like, it does get very complicated and difficult when you start to really expand out. So the difficulty, I feel like, is based on how big is your colony. Because of the decommission protocol, we haven't been able to, like, upgrade stuff a lot. So the difficulty isn't so hard yet. Oh, hey, Shoopaloop. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We, as you can see, are playing some Surviving Mars Relaunched here. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Oh, Prof. Enerhun, thank you for the follow as well. Very, very cool of you. I appreciate that so much. Hey, what were you guys playing? The Imperial war machine has arrived to bring you peace and security. What an entrance. I love it. I love it. Saw you were on Mars. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Tonight we started finishing the Civilization VII series that I had been doing. And surprisingly, the series ended only in the first 45 minutes of the stream. I wasn't expecting that, so we decided might as well just do here. Just might as well just go to Surviving Mars. We went retro Stronghold. Very cool, very cool. How'd it go? How'd it go? How was your run in Stronghold? Hold on, let me back up here. I missed a couple things. My mom was apparently into punk. Oh, before it went mainstream, Mohawk and all. Oh my god, that is awesome. That is awesome. And in every annual TV show, she's in there taking time to thank her for the many years, because they never know when she's gone, but this is the rate. She's gonna outlive them all. Yeah. You should check out this music video from Finesse. Somehow he recreates the vibe of the 90s perfectly, but in 4K. Amazing, amazing. I still listen to mostly the same stuff that I did in high school. Same. Unfortunately, I do. I've added some stuff, but I love all the same stuff. System is still the GOAT. Yes, it is. Heck yeah, I need to get back to Mars soon. Right? Yeah. That's what I think. So I loved this game for years and years and years. There was a period of time where I said, if I could only have one game for the rest of my life, it'll be Surviving Mars, because I can always load this game up, have fun, pass the time. But I fell off of it for a little bit. And so when they announced this Surviving Mars relaunch, I was really excited. I bought it at launch, but I was just too busy. I haven't really had a chance to really dive in. So last night and tonight, we've been playing it, and I think I might do a whole series starting next week with it. Stronghold was great. Hard as always. Yep, I bet. But we got rated and wanted to pass on the love. Ah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Very cool of you. Very cool of you. Yeah, hearing music I grew up with in public. Yeah, it makes me go gray quick. Yeah, exactly. So we were just talking about, before you guys raided in, how my mom a couple months ago had called me up to be like, oh, I was in the grocery store recently. Like, I could tell she really wanted me to know this. She was like, they were playing the Smashing Pumpkins in the grocery store. Your music is now played in grocery stores. I was like, yeah, thanks, Ma. Thanks so much for that. It's funny how much of the stuff we grew up with is still relevant, though. My kids love a lot of the same stuff. Yeah. Well, that's because everything is nostalgic now, right? Like, it's so funny. So, Friday nights, my kids love to have pizza night. So, Friday nights are pizza night. And I was eating pizza. I was sitting next to my son. He's 6. He's like, Dad, I know why you like pizza. I was like, oh yeah, buddy, why? Why? Tell me. Tell me why I like pizza. He's like, because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like pizza. And I was like, that's crazy to me, man. Because that was my thing as a kid. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And now it's a thing to, like, his generation, because they're still keeping it going. But the fact that, like, all the stuff from my childhood is, like, still around because of nostalgia. I mean, I love it, but it's also kind of wild, to be honest. Yes! Finally! I have never had a run in Surviving Mars where it took me this damn long to get the stupid decommission protocol. My God. Finally, we can get that and we can, like, move forward in this run. Oh, you missed the comment above the one you read of mine. Oh, no. Let me go back up. Sorry, Mauricio. What did I miss here? Oh, I see. Seeing all the celebrities you grew up with retire and pass out feels surreal sometimes, like a chapter of your life is ending. Except in Argentina, we have Mirtha Legrand. That woman has 99 years and even outlived the Queen of England. And in every annual TV show she is in, they take a time to thank her for her many years because they never know when she's gone. But at this rate, she's going to outlive them all. Oh my God, that is amazing. Yeah. No, that gives a little bit more context. I read the last part of it there. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay. A scientist barges into your office and says they have an important climate experiment to make. Quick to assure you the experiment is perfectly safe, Mercedes Simpson asks for permission to test within the vicinity of a dome. In the rare case, they might need to get to shelter really fast. Ooh, test it somewhere far away. Let's do it far away. Oh, we got a dust devil. Ruh-roh. All right. Recall the drones and get this guy far away from here. Because if this destroys the drone hub, this is what's going to save us. Go, like, over here. Start moving. God, I hate these things. Ham grabs Vicky 3 and drops Surviving Mars. I don't want to play with you anymore. Yeah. That's kind of what happened. Surviving Mars was my game. Oh, wow, that dissipated quick. Those things usually last a little bit longer than that. Yeah, this was my game. And then I discovered Vicky 3. Paradox needs to hire the scribe from Stronghold to do some voice lines for their games. Ooh. See, I don't know Stronghold as much. I gotta go give it a try. Heck yeah. Yeah. They play reruns on mornings on one channel. Yeah, a lot of... Okay, actually, this reminds me. The difference between my kids' generation and me. My daughter had recently said... I want to make sure I word this right. She was like, you know that filter that grandma and grandpa have on their TV? And I was like, what? What filter? She's like, where like, there's a show that's on and like, you just have to watch that show. Like you can't choose a different one. And I was like, do you mean cable? She's so used to watching stuff on apps that she referred to just cable as a filter, as if it's a weird thing. It's like, you know, that weird filter that grandma and grandpa have where like you just have to watch whatever the TV is telling you is on. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. How do you even know about the turtles, kid? Yes, my first thought. Yeah, because it's still a thing. There's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie recently, and like my son went to it for like a birthday party or something. And so they know it. They know it well because of that. Oh yeah. We got 8 souls for this. I'm gonna wait because we need. Yeah, we'll have that soon. Actually, I can start building the farm now. Yes, let's start building the farm. We'll do it right here because there we go. Oh yeah, that was my last one. I think they did that new to the relaunched. Yeah. It depends on the family. My dad and I were very opposites in most things. We both like history, but took different views about it. He likes sports and the Romans a lot, me not so much. Yeah, I mean, I was like, other than soccer, like me and my dad were not into the same stuff. I'm into like sci-fi and fantasy, and my dad thinks everything sci-fi is just weird. Hell yeah, your son rocks. And tell him yes, that is absolutely the reason. Yeah, my son is, it's so funny. He's obsessed with Jurassic Park. Which I find wild because as a kid, I was obsessed with Jurassic Park. And so the fact that it's still here and relevant, I find crazy. Like, oh my God, just recently, for Eid, I went to go get him a gift for Eid, so he picked out a thing, and there's a whole series of Jurassic Park toys, but they were made to look like the toys that came out from the original Jurassic Park movie back in '93. So I was looking at these series of toys, and I'm like, I feel like I remember these toys. And so I got him one, and I have to say, when he came home and started crashing them around, there was a part of me that was like, oh, no, don't break them. I didn't say it to him. I held it back. But inside, I was like, ugh. My youth has returned. Don't hurt it. And it's already gone. Is Vicky 3 Navy as broken as some people say? No, it's not. It was a little bit actually on first release. Oh yes, okay, finally decommission protocol. Here we go. Game on. Maybe a little bit at first launch, right? But it's long since been fixed. It is definitely, you know, so like I hate this term that people use, but like it's definitely playable. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't believe the naysayers as much. That being said, there's some stuff that needs to be fixed. You know, sometimes people talk like it's either it's a perfect system or it's completely broken. And like it can exist in the middle a little bit, right? But no. It's not nearly as broken as some people say. At the rate things are going, next gamer generations won't know who could physically buy games, so it makes sense. Yeah. I know, right? Like, all the next video game systems are not going to have a disk drive. Like, I always say this, like, what am I going to play my DVDs on? Now, I haven't played a DVD in God knows how long, but I want to know I have the option to play it. All right, let's get the polymer factory. And let's get the pipes connected. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say she was talking about black and white. That is hilarious. I don't, you know, now that you say that, I don't even know if she knows black and white TV exists. Yeah, physical media is dead, right? Isn't that like, doesn't that kind of piss you off? Yeah, except ironically, paper books are back. Exactly. Like, small indie bookstores are, like, thriving. And even, like, the big conglomerates, like Barnes & Noble, are like, support your local bookstore, because that now they're part of that. No, nice. Toys were way better when we were growing up. Yeah. My wife was reading something about that, where the cost, so inflation has been going up, everything has been getting more expensive, but oddly, the one thing that has not been getting more expensive are toys. And she was reading about this because me and my wife, we feel like we're drowning in toys here, right? Like, my parents, like my mom especially, will, like, every time the kids come down to see them, will buy them like toys. My daughter has an outrageous amount of Barbies, an outrageous amount. And my wife is like, I did not have this many Barbies growing up. But people have been have like done a study into this, and it's because, oddly enough, because toys like are made so cheaply now, the cost of toys has not gone up. Toys are actually pretty cheap. And I think about this too because recently I got my son, talk about like nostalgic, they had a set of like the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, and it was a set that came with all 4 of them with Master Splinter. And I remember when I was a kid, first of all, you couldn't get a set of all of them. You had to buy all of them individually, and they were crazy expensive. I never had all of them. And he got like a whole set of all of them for like $9. And so a lot of parents have been expressing how they're kind of drowning in toys because toys are the only thing that's actually cheap. They have not, the cost of toys has not risen with inflation. Yeah, even Barnes & Noble are actually selling books instead of just overpriced coffees. Yeah, yeah, and tchotchkes. There's a period of time where Barnes & Noble was just drowning in tchotchkes instead of books. Well, Switches still use cartridges, yeah. My kids are also into retro games, too. We tried to raise them on the classics, yeah. Yeah, I tried getting my kids into, when we got the Switch, into, like, the original Super Mario Brothers games. They might have been a little too young. I should try again, now that they can actually, like, work the controller. Alright, so we're gonna start building all the stuff we need. So we're gonna do the small... Oh, damn. I didn't know this was gonna take all 3 spots. Okay. Well, that's actually fine. So we're gonna need 6 engineers for that. We're gonna need 12 engineers for the polymer factory. Let me get the polymer factory people coming here because we need that as soon as we can. How many engineers do we have here? So all of you are going to come. Enthusiast, guru. Yeah, so I filtered out anybody with a bad trait. Alright, and so now let's start picking the traits. Anybody who's lazy, a loner, melancholic whiner, all right, what do we got? We got a youth. Yeah, we'll take the gamblers because we're not building a casino yet. And now, religious glutton. There we go. Launch all of them. I've been trying to get back into physical media. Not everything I read, watch. But I'd like to have physical copies, yeah, of my favorite stuff. Start my own little archive library. Yeah. I used to love, like, my bookshelf, right? Just looking at the stuff I had on my bookshelf. You finish a book, you put it back on your bookshelf. I kind of miss that. Oh, damn. I wasn't paying attention to this. It's out of range. Damn, I forgot about that. All right. So we're gonna have to put this like right here. Actually, yeah. Oh no. Oh.
Sector scan. No sector set for scanning. A building has stopped working.
All right, let's pause for a second here. Well, you know what? The food we can put up here. And then, yeah, there we go. Do it like that. Oh, yeah. There we go. You need a group of people to trade books among or something. Else you just donate, throw away the ones if you don't, yeah, have a huge amount of storage to allocate to books. Yeah. So at my kid's school, this last year, I was actually a co-president of the Parent Association. And something that we did was we created like a book exchange. Because there's like, as kids are getting older, and so like the kids are getting older with and their parents have like all of these like little kid books that they don't really need anymore because the kid is too old for them. But then you have all of the new kids coming into the school in like 3K, 4K kindergarten. They could use those books. We started organizing like an exchange where like parents of like older kids who are looking to get rid of books because they just need space can like give some of those like little kid books to some of the incoming families. Because our school starts at 3K, so people are like 3 years old when they're coming into the school. So we've been able to like exchange stuff like that, which is kind of cool. So that people don't end up like throwing away books or anything like that. All right, yeah, let's do the low-G turbines. We can upgrade the windmills. This, because we can upgrade oxygen. And then more applicants. We should start getting to the underground, to be honest. So we can put it here. Ah, finally, you can turn this thing around. You never used to be able to do that. But we'll do it that way. Oh, you know what?
Warning. Insufficient resources. Council session open.
So let's get... And then it's always good to... How much power does this thing need? 5. Yeah, we'll put a big wind turbine on it. So we need 20 metals, 30 concrete, 10 machine parts. So we'll start with all the other stuff. That's really cool. We used to do that with our friends too. We had a ton of kids' books, and a lot of the ones we got were from other people. Yeah. Yeah, like, especially the kids' books, like, exchange them, right? Like, pass it along. I mostly just have some textbooks and some practitioner books and a few others. Yeah, see, I still have all of, like, my, like, for pleasure reading books too, but kind of like my DVDs, you can tell, like, they all end at a certain year. I think you can
Promise kept.
I think you can tell what year I got, like, an e-reader for the first time, and, like, what year I started just doing everything on streaming, because I've kept all of that stuff. But I think if you really looked at all of them, there's a certain year where they all just stop. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, no, turn this off. Alright, so I want 6 more engineers. 4 more metals extractors. Wait, 1, 2, 3. So I need... No. I need 6 botanists. Yeah, I need 6 botanists and 6 engineers. That's what I need. In that last rocket. No, not that. Passenger rocket. Oh. Alright, so for the flaws... No whiners, no melancholic, no lazy, loner. How many botanists does that give us? Alright. We'll take whiner. Nope. That's 5. Really? See, lazy and loner is tough. Loner we definitely can't get. All right. And then the rest engineers if we can. I hate to bring someone who's middle-aged. All right. Well, we'll have to put some no specialization in there. Oh yeah, the genius candidate. Let's bring that person. All right.
A building has stopped working.
I rented a DVD or something from Blockbuster and returned it on the day it was closing. Oh my god. I used to work at Blockbuster in college. Oh, I could rant about that company. Yeah, now I'm mostly down to reference books, and that are hard to replace. A couple of favorites. Yeah, and a few that friends gave me over the years. I moved a bunch over the last few years. Had to downsize a lot. Yeah, I know, it's true, right? Because it is kind of tough to move books around. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, my friends, I think we've reached a stopping point for tonight. Yeah. We had a good run tonight. You know what? On Twitch, we're gonna do a raid though. My friend Dairuka is doing a Victoria 3 stream, which is always welcome on this channel. But yeah, we had some fun tonight, huh? My college town didn't have a Blockbuster, I don't think. They had some small rental shop. Oh man, probably for the better. I need to get back into reading fiction. I read and watch a lot of nonfiction stuff, but I miss good stories. There's also a lot I haven't read, but I want to. Yeah, like Ursula K. Le Guin. Oh my god, I know. I gotta read one of her too. I have to say, ever since I've started streaming and everything, the amount that I used to be such an avid reader, and once I started getting into streaming and content creation, I've kind of run out of time to add into my day to keep up in reading. I need to sit down and catch up on all the books I've missed in the last year and a half. At this point, just make your own company ham and go build your Mars colony subsidized by the government. Here to the next series. That's right. I think I've been trying to decide what I'm going to do on Thursdays next week. I think what I might do is in the morning session on Thursday start a Surviving Mars series for a short period of time, and then Thursday night do some Victoria 3. I still have to figure it out over the weekend, but I think what I've learned this week is I really want to do a Surviving Mars series on stream, so I think we're going to do that. Fun stream tonight. Looking forward to Vicky 3 tomorrow. Yes! So I gotta get some sleep. I gotta get to bed so I can wake up and find out who I'm actually playing with and then do some prep for the stream. Since I don't actually know who I'm playing with yet, it depends on who wins the poll. But yeah. But speaking of Vicky 3, yeah, like I said, my friend Dairuka is doing a Vicky 3 stream right now, so we're going to raid into there. So if you are on Twitch, stick around for the raid. If you're on YouTube, thank you very much. But this will be a good night. Next time I'm going to be on tomorrow, my first Saturday stream, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be doing a long Vicky 3 stream tomorrow. So hopefully everybody will check that out. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today. Yeah, same to you, Mauricio. Rest well, rest well. Once again, if you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. Otherwise, have a good rest of your night, my friends. And, oh, hold on. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Let me figure this out. What do we got going on? There we go. Yes. Have a good rest of your night, my friends. Thank you for watching. As always, stick around for the raid. Otherwise, be awesome. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.